your breasts. We need no. I was about to say we need proof. I don't no.
Can you get soy? Wait, can you get soy in Guild Wars 2? Wait, can you get soybeans in Guild Wars 2?
Are you sure? Have you checked?
Wait,
I don't think so.
I have no idea, dude. I don't know.
There's no soybeans. You're gonna make me check, but there's no soybeans.
It's gonna be. I'm on my way.
Soy sauce.
Soy.
There's soy sauce.
Okay.
There's soybeans.
But you can't.
Soy sauce.
Okay.
Gotta throw that soy sauce at the soy boy inks.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would just send you 5 stacks right now, Inks. I'll just send you 5 stacks of soy.
Right, soy. Yeah. There's bottles of soy sauce, dude.
Yeah, soy sauce. That's not.
Yeah.
It's not the same. That's not what we're looking for, dude. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for some soy boy stuff, dude. Well, okay, fine. All right, guys. Everyone.
That's how you become a soy boy. By drinking too much or consuming too much soy sauce.
Okay, all right. Okay, guys. Everyone send MMO Inks.
Don't send
5 stacks of soy sauce in Guild Wars 2. Oh wait, yeah, right now. Okay.
No, that's okay.
Right now. Soy sauce. You guys, is it? No. You can send it. Yeah. Easy.
Yeah, you can send it. Oh yeah, you can.
5
you
stacks.
can get on the train post.
Just fill it up.
Guys, everyone send them.
They're like 6 copper.
5 stacks. Like, it's 6 copper. Come on.
Soy boy inks. Let's go.
Yeah.
Don't
make it official.
Send him the soy. Give him the good stuff.
Fill his mail.
This is kill his mail. This is now a soy themed podcast, guys.
Marty's gonna download the game just for that.
There we go. Yeah.
Did you really delete the game?
A lot of people have deleted the game, dude.
I mean, I feel like people delete it and then they reinstall it immediately, and they're like, "Yeah, I totally did it."
Yeah, send them all the Tommy Tutal. Send them that soy, dude. Send them that. We're insider trading soy sauce right now, dude. We're gonna market manipulate that price up to 7.
Jokes
copper.
on you when like new food requires soy sauce.
Yeah.
What up?
Yeah, imagine that.
If that fucking happens, that would be so hilarious. That would be so hilarious.
That would be a really weird coincidence. I'd be scared, dude. The soy conspiracy would be true then.
The conspiracy is real.
Yeah. Anyway, guys. Guild Wars 2. So, about that.
We're talking.
Well, one thing that is kind of interesting is, what do we see, guys? What do we see? We see communication from Arena. Not only have they let us know that they're running late, okay? Good news. But also, guys, we're actually doing the whole skill balance thing, okay? Obviously, last time we had Bick on TeaTime, they watched the TeaTime, and they did exactly what we said. They're now, well, actually, no, I guess this is kind of like the opposite of what Bick wanted, but still.
That's why I rolled my eyes. That's why I rolled my eyes.
It's amazing.
But still, they reacted to it in some way, because they're now skill splitting again with PvP and World vs. World. You know, it's a shame that they aren't skill splitting it between all 3 game modes, but hey, you know, this is kind of an interesting thing.
One step at a time, right?
What?
We gotta take it one step at a time.
I guess they gotta take it one step at a time.
Yeah. I mean, something's better than nothing, right? Baby steps.
But they do split it away from PvE a little bit.
No, from PvP and World vs. World. That's what we're saying, that they could do that as well. Because each game mode is different. Each game mode is very different.
Yeah, and it should be split that way. But, I mean, they do a little bit. Tiny.
Yeah, epidemic.
Am I the only one that noticed this? We had a balance patch, and we're going to have another balance patch. The balance patch. Does anybody find it, does it make you guys upset knowing that one balance patch is like, absolutely small, and then the next one is like we wait for like 3 months for pretty much the common sense stuff that should have been taken care of 2 years ago is now being taken care of. I thought the balance patch should have came in together, all the stuff that they did all together, not split into 2 balance patch mid-season. Like, first of all, mid-season balance patches is horrible. I think it was a bad idea. It literally made the season, in my opinion, worse. When I queue in against wooden potatoes 7 times in a row, and it's wooden potatoes, it's either I'm really
playing on an A. So
exactly. I mean, that's exactly what it is. It's like people just said, "Fuck it." Like, why would you
getting
put
wrecked
a
by
patch,
the potato thing?
Put a patch in the middle of the season, and then put another balance patch on top of that? Like, what?
But we
what
don't
is
know
wrong?
though.
What is
We
wrong
don't-
with making sure when you put something out, test your shit, test it. Like
No.
We
in
don't know though.
2018,
Like
we
okay,
have to
you're
have some
saying
test.
you're saying quite a few things here. You're assuming that it's going to come out mid-season. That's not necessarily the case. The season, the next season, what does it end on the 13th?
We had season. We had a mid-season patch, didn't we?
Yeah, we had one mid-season patch, and which was not great, I'll admit. But the next one that's coming up here, that could be just like after the season balance patch.
But that's the whole issue. You've already ruined one season. Like this season is already ruined. You've already
Did it really ruin it though? Did it really ruin it? How did it ruin it? I think most people would agree that the changes were actually pretty good.
Do you think the season was that popular to begin with? In all seriousness?
No, I think he's arguing for the minority.
For the fun. He's
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think a mid-season balance patch is a great idea. I
much rather prefer 2 Necros versus 2 Druids and 2 Mesmers every single game.
Oh yeah, you don't like the Mesmers?
Please give me them 2 Necros back in the AoE. I will take those any day.
You want
over 2
double
Mesmers,
Necro back?
15 clones and 15 pets. I mean, literally, it's AI versus AI.
No. AI versus player. Hey.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally had to take my cancer stick out and adapt because I mean, like my Soul Beast stream went down the drain because like Mesmers were like my complete counter. Like I couldn't do anything to Mesmers in the first place. But the good thing about Soul Beast was the fact that there was so many Necros that pew raging baby came out and it was so easy. But now when the Mesmers multiplied, the Druids multiplied, it's like I gotta take the cancer stick out myself, you know.
But I mean, is that necessarily a bad thing that your meta is getting shaken up a little bit? That the one build that you really like is getting shaken up a little bit? It should be like that every season, every time that something changes.
Look, I appreciate you, White Knight, and I'm glad that you're the opposing force. I'm glad you're at top and at the bottom. But that's how I like it too, baby. You know what I'm saying? Easy. But the thing is, it's not mid-season. Mid-season changes. It's not good though. It's not good. I would say, like I said last time when I was on TeaTime, let's go ahead and get the preseason, just like any sports, like the preseason. Let's get our good players in there. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a team set up. You know, let me get my Druids recruited. Let me get my Warriors recruited. Let's go into the season. Those 3 months, bam, we battle it out. Season ends. Then we do the balance patches. Let the players recuperate. Let the players practice. Make the new meta, etc. Then go back into the season. Not pit stop, blah, 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 changes, and then go back into the season. Like it doesn't work that way, man. It doesn't work for any sport that way. Imagine if the NFL started their first game and they took a pit stop. Right? They did their opening games in the middle, the opening games in the season, and then they took a pit stop, and then they did their what is it called? The scrimmages in the middle of the season. It doesn't work that way. No sport does that. If ArenaNet wants to be esports, it can't do shit like this.
But they don't want to necessarily anymore. Like that's kind of the thing.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
In general, is
I'm
a response to them
But
not
for a competitive game, you're not wrong.
I'm sorry. What I mean esports is like when you go in there and you compete against. I don't mean like like going in there.
So
I mean
competitive.
competitive. You know what
player
I'm
versus
saying?
player.
Because if you go into the PvP, you're gonna do my thumb, baby. 1v1 my thumb. That's pretty much sports to me because I'm sweating.
Wait.
Well, on the other hand,
skill on the thumb button.
Yeah.
That pew.
A pew rapid fire. Well,
Easy.
No, it's definitely true that there shouldn't have been a balance patch mid-season, but I think they just wanted to push some changes immediately, because ArenaNet did that because they realized they have a lot of work to do, right? And they wanted to force change. And the reason I think why they didn't do both the balance patches at once is because it isn't good to do too many changes at once, especially if it's a little bit unpredictable. What would actually happen? Yeah, they're learning, and that's why we see this balance coming up pretty soon. It's going to be done pretty soon, and with any luck, it'll be more frequent afterwards, and it will be including a lot more splits, so they can be a little bit more nimble with some of their changes as well, right? So they can duck and dive a little bit to make some better adjustments to all these classes. And improve the gameplay like that. So.
And it looks like Druid is going to get hit a little harder.
Yeah, Druid's going to get bopped. Druid is going to get slapped.
I mean,
but it needs a bit of slapping. Like it really does.
Sure, but I just don't have enough confidence that it's even going to be viable when they're done with it anymore. But we'll see.
I have to say
it's not that hard though.
Druid has so many ways to be played. Like the cancer stick is just the easy mode out. You know what I'm saying? Like Druid can be played in many ways. I don't think that nerfing, because I mean remember you're also nerfing other classes. You're also nerfing Spellbreaker. So like my biggest problem when I play Druid is having to deal with one-on-one Spellbreaker or having to deal with Spellbreaker in regardless. So nerfing Spellbreaker, nerfing Druid. I don't know. I think the whole nerf versus Druid is really good because I feel like literally anybody can play Druid. Anybody. I mean, I think I was watching a documentary on a cat playing a Druid. It was crazy. Two animals going at it. The thing is Druid needs to be balanced, and all these changes, like Woodland was saying, like all of these changes are positive. This is great, but the problem is like we can't take one step forward and another step back, and because every single time we take a step back, we're losing people. You know what I'm saying? We're losing people, and I want to bring something up. Teapot. Yeah, I want to say something. I was watching you stream yesterday, and I was feeling the same way you were feeling. You were very emotional yesterday. I think we're at the bottom together tonight because you and I were in the same mentality where we just felt very, really emotional about the game. The amount of effort that I think that you put into the channel is amazing. Not only to the channel but the community. I think you do a great job. And honestly, like I don't like your haircut, I don't like your pink lips, but I do like the amount. Yeah, I love the amount of energy you put into this community. No bullshit. Who's laughing?
Pink lips.
Who's laughing in my
fucking roast, dude?
Laughing in my
Get the fuck off my show, bitch. Get the hell out of here. I'm not taking this shit anymore. Okay?
Oh, boy.
I'm bringing you here to roast ArenaNet, not me.
That was good.
Motherfucker. You talking about people playing versus your thumb? You mean your goddamn head, right? Fuck you, bitch.
Holy shit.
Too funny.
You don't like his hair. I don't know where you're going with this. But do continue, please.
I wanted to ask you, Teapot, specifically. As a streamer, and where you are headed now, do you feel, and again, remember, as a streamer, are you happy with where your streaming, look at my hands, career is heading to with the Guild Wars 2?
Yeah, sure.
And are you happy with how this game is progressing?
Yeah, I think it's going in the right direction right now. Yeah.
So, being and hard. Come on, Teapot. Bring that energy you were bringing last night.
Yeah.
Please don't just say yes. Just bring that energy that you're bringing last night.
Yeah, sure. Like the game is full of filthy casuals, Vic. Okay, filthy casuals.
There it goes. There. Okay.
Casuals disgust me. I hate normies.
I don't want to be a therapist. I want the Teapot that I saw last night. The person that was just laying it out. You know what I'm saying? Because you were talking about this in World vs. World, and it's like that in PvP too. You try to bring people together. Actually, I got a story to tell you guys. If you guys one story real quick. Go ahead. Real quick. I was streaming and I was very hyped to put a team together for PvP. Okay? Very hyped. And every single time we fought, any of the top players in PvP, there was always that one or two people that would say, we can't beat him. That's whoever the fuck it was, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm like playing my ass off, trying to win this match. And they've already given up in their head. They've already given up. Like before they even enter the arena. Before we lose, we just got to make sure we win the first opening round so we can at least get 15 gold. Why the fuck is there competitive PvP when all you want to get is 15 gold? You can get 15 fucking gold by farming the Doliac for 15 seconds. Why are you in competitive PvP? And you were saying this yesterday in World vs. World, and it's the same exact thing. And this is exactly what happens when all of the talent gets frustrated and leaves. You are left with people that just want 15 gold. I mean, literally, my second match.
Yeah.
rangers. It's 5 rangers trying to farm gold, trying to make 25 gold because it's easier, and they're begging me, please let me cap a point so I can win and make 25 gold. Is this what we scoop down to?
Yes.
I mean, there is no. The thing is, like,
correct.
There is nothing else. There's nothing for people to strive towards that greatness unless they want a floating thing above their head. There is no real prestige above that.
We're not even done here. There's more to the story.
All right.
You know what I do is I expose this person, which is also my sub. He's also a sub that's supporting me.
Oh shit! You expose him. You expose the sub.
I said to him politely, if you're going to play like this, if you're going to think like this, please do not enter my teams. Guess what he does? He gets paid 50 gold to lose against me every single time from the team. And he loses on purpose so he gets 50 gold, and he makes sure that I lose my rating too. And you have to think. He's
going to sell that for real money and
you have to think now. Between all of the small community that we have, how did we get here? How did we get here to this point that we're at now?
It's a long
story. Do you want me to tell you? It's not a good story.
All right, Inks, tell us the story.
It's not a positive
We're going
story.
over to Inks, the Inks story now. Let's go. Lay it down.
Jebro has even deeper insight into this, I think. But basically what happened was ArenaNet gave it a real shot. And they had people who were working for them who were super passionate about basically what they're doing at Crucible right now, which hasn't released just yet. And those people went to Crucible to work on that game. And PvP started to basically fall apart. The Pro League and World Championships, which... Sure, don't get me wrong. They didn't have the highest viewership ever, but for Guild Wars 2, it was actually doing decent, I felt like.
Or I feel like an MMO.
For an MMO, right. It started to build up into a little something. But unfortunately, those people left. I don't think ArenaNet felt like the return was good enough, and they developed automated tournaments. And things just quickly went downhill from there. On top of this, you've got... since season 1, probably even before then, I just became aware of it in like season 3, of consistent top level win trading. They just win trade their way up to the top and sell the spots and whatever they want to do. And hackers, speed hackers more preferably, in PvP have become more and more prevalent because they're seeing that the people who do break the rules publicly really only get a slap on the wrist, or they get their main account banned, but then they make another account and win the automated tournament the next time anyway. Like, it really, the deterrent to not break the rules is really not strong enough if they're even being caught and stopped in the first place. And that really destroys a competitive game very quickly, in my opinion. So all of those things, combined with the fact that balance patches in the past 2 years haven't really been frequent enough, and you've had several stale metas in PvP seasons, all add up to the state you're currently sitting in.
Well, it's definitely a time issue. If the game had been as it is now at start of season 1, I think it would probably be fine. The trouble was that when PvP was still going around like crazy, there was actually no, at the start of PvP, there was actually no MMR system, right? There was no, they used Glyco, right? There was no Glyco system. That's insane. That's absolutely insane that there wasn't a visible rating or some kind of leaderboard. Like, the fact that there were no automated tournaments is kind of like, there actually used to be some kind of system for that, but not so much anymore, right? But they got rid of it with the tournaments, the like tournament PvP or whatever it was called, right? But that's gone, and now they have finally added automated tournaments. The trouble is, it just took way too long to implement. It should have been in here from the start, really. And that's kind of how things have got downhill, because people just kind of left it because not much happened to it for a while. But now it's going to be okay. But honestly, I would kind of argue that the community hasn't really changed that much. The only new aids in the scene is win trading. Actually, that is the new mega aids. But honestly, this game has always been a very casual game. It's always been a casual fiesta. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I think, so we're in the stage right now where we have a scene of PvP where no one's legendary in NA, right? And
Wait,
basically,
no one.
I don't see anybody legendary. Everybody's like 1730s. We have literally wooden potatoes PvP now to help out the PvP scene. Have one more player. My girlfriend is even thinking about coming back to the game just so she has one more. So I have one more player to PvP against, just to make it a little bit more even.
You complaining that much to her?
Just trying to get some more people to play with us. I mean, literally, I literally stream, at fucked up times. It's my fault, but I literally fight against the same 6 people over and over. If I miss my Q and I'm pooping or whatever, they're waiting for me to finish my poop so I can come back and hit Q so they can go play the game again. I mean, that's how bad it is. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. That's how bad it is. But how do we get more people in the game? I want to attack Jebro. Jebro, I'm coming after you. I heard Jebro say yesterday that Conquest is here to stay, and there is no one in this community that want Conquest to leave, and basically team deathmatch or 2v2s and 3v3s will never work, and Conquest is the only way to play this game.
But to a certain extent, I have to give Jebro credit because, sure, it would be cool with all other things, and I think a lot of players would feel that way. But as a community, we've never shown any interest in anything other than Conquest.
This is true.
We've never gone out of our way.
Man. Look what happened to Stronghold, dude.
I'm sorry.
Deathmatch has never had a competition. There's never been really.
I'm sorry.
It's a bird coming.
I'm sorry,
no, but we have never really had the hype going for any of that.
So isn't War World filled with roamers for 5 years straight?
That's a completely different concept, though.
What do you mean
roaming is dead, dude. Roaming is dead as fuck right now, though.
Dude, hold on. I remember Guild Wars 2 was the biggest. Hold on. When you're talking about team deathmatch, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be contained. It could be like behind a tree, 3v3, you and your teammates doing it in War Wars World, right? It's still 3v3. It could be 2v2 behind a camp.
Dumpster in the alley. Yeah.
It could be anywhere, right? It's still 3v3, 2v2. It still works, and people still do it to this day. And Conquest hasn't worked since day one. Conquest isn't working till now. I mean, just think about it this way. I want you all to think for 2 seconds about what I'm going to say next. Is class stacking an issue in PvP?
I
don't know. I haven't played PvP in a year.
I know this is going to trick you, but no, I don't think it is. No.
Okay,
it's not.
So let me ask you a question. In the tournaments where Hellset bought a TV, then why did they not allow class stacking?
Just out of convention, really. They wouldn't. I don't. Even then, I don't think they would have stacked too many classes. Honestly, but a balanced team comp is always going to be better. Maybe you would run 2 classes maybe there was a time where you would have run two or 3 of this. No, I wouldn't even say 3. If you don't run variety, you're gonna end up getting cucked by a better, more balanced team comp. I think pretty much always. I think that's pretty much always been the case because of how complicated Conquest is as a game mode. You need so many different things that can't really be filled out by the same class too much.
If you're going to have a competitive PvP scene and you want to have it grow, okay, you have to have people that do the same thing that people at the bottom level do. So how do you do that? You have teams. You've got microphones, and you've got basically what the pros use. Pros use Discord when they play. Pros use microphones when they play. Pros use teams when they play. When you come into Guild Wars 2 PvP, you don't have that in the rankings. You basically have 5 solo players going in there, none of them communicating other than typing, and they basically YOLO into the match and YOLO out of the match. Throughout playing 1,000 games that season, they realize they're not going to get anywhere, and they quit the game, and they go find something else where they can play with their friends. Couple days ago, one of my friends said, "Hey, Bake, you want to go to War Wars World?" I said, "No, you're in a different server." "Hey, Bake, you want to come play PvP with me in game?" "No, I'm in Tier 2 Plat." "Okay, sounds good. I'll just go uninstall the game." That is the competitive side in a nutshell. If you want to be in a level where everybody is basically trying to strive to get the next best level, you have to give people the tools that the top players are doing. That's Teams and Discord. If you're not going to be able to provide those because it's just the population is just not enough to be able to make teams, class limited, whatever, 5-man queues, then you have to find another way to get people motivated to come back to the game. And the only way to do that is to destroy Conquest, bring 3v3, 2v2 into the game, and then have pretty much the same community, just do it in solo and more small fights.
I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna repeat myself. There's never been any real hype dedicated towards deathmatch. 3v3 will not get the traction that you seem to think it will. There is not that hype. There's a lot of players playing it. There's no big consensus between the entire community.
I don't think that there's any hype for Guild Wars 2, period, when it comes down to MMO, when it comes down to the PvP at all. Like, I don't really see anybody hype. Like you just said, you haven't played this game for a year, so you're not hyped. So how could your advice of it's not going to be hype when you don't even do it yourself? Like, I don't know if you raid. I don't know if you like go out there and get dumping puzzles, or if you're into the Guild Wars 2 dating scene with the commercial.
I do dumping puzzles all the time.
Okay, then how could you say that it's not going to work when you haven't done it in a year? Like, you're talking to a professional PvPer. I'm in there digging holes all day, baby, trying to get my rating up, and I'm telling you that, hey, Conquest is just too complicating for some of these players. And you're telling me I haven't done it in a year, but I'll tell you what, it ain't gonna work.
Well, that is true.
I have played it though. I have played it a lot.
I mean, that is true.
It ain't gonna walk, Mike. It ain't gonna walk.
No.
Give me some tea.
Okay, here's the difference. I burned out on Conquest a long time ago. It's the same repetitive shit over and over again. It's demolishing it will not let every other player just love something new instantaneously. That's not how it works. You're not just going to destroy something that some people like just to give you something that you might like.
Also,
you're force feeding an entire community something that they have shown no interest in as a community.
I stream though, bro. My whole stream says I'm a pro killing Conquest. My whole stream says yes. I don't know where you guys get these statistics where people don't want it. I don't know where Jeffrey gets.
Okay, what is it? 50, 100 players. Let's say you have 200 viewers consistently. They're all saying, "Yeah, let's go, mate. That's the shit." We have 11 million players in this game. Nobody's playing PvP.
Where? Okay,
players is not gonna change shit.
They're not PvP. What does it matter? If they're looking for a girlfriend on the internet, then what does it matter?
If they're not playing PvP, you need them to get back into the game. If they're showing no interest in building something that is already dead, that nobody shows any interest in coming back, what do you have? What, like,
Conquest is stale, bro. Conquest is stale. That's why
you're pulling the wrong string, mate.
But that's what I'm saying. Conquest is literally dead. Like, no one likes this shit.
Yeah.
You don't like it. You don't do it for a year, but you want me to do it. So you don't want to do it, but you want me to do it.
No. I'm not asking you to do anything.
But I don't want to do it. I want PvP. I'm tired of rotating. I want to go kill some people. I'm tired of being in circles with my staff. I want to kill people. I don't want to rotate.
Have you considered moving? Have you considered transferring to EU? Honest question. I know the population isn't super duper fantastic, but it's better than NA, right?
Okay. Have I considered playing other games? Yes, I have.
No, not other games. Simply moving regions to the more populated region.
Ask me if I'm happy with Guild Wars 2.
Do you want to move to?
Are you happy with Guild Wars 2, Beck?
No, I'm not happy with Guild Wars 2. No, I'm not.
Rate Guild Wars 2 out of 10. Okay, rate Guild Wars 2 out of 10.
Rate out of 10. You would see I have like no more space on my computer looking for something that's going to give me the same thrill that I have with Guild Wars 2 because I'm not happy with it. I'm on my way out the door too.
Yeah. Well,
because Conquest is still.
Sure, okay. So here's the thing. If they bring, let's entertain the idea that they're going to bring a new game mode in. They can't do it half-assedly like they did with Stronghold and then not support and update it. So whatever they're going to do, if they decide to change game modes, it's got to be fully supported.
Obsidian Sanctum came out in 2014. Why is it still there? Strongholds came out in 2015. Like, bro, it doesn't.
Because
we're talking.
Look at
why should they remove it though?
Like they dropped Stronghold like a I don't know, like a bag of dead hamsters, man. Seriously, like they dropped it because they couldn't be bothered to finish it, and everyone hated it. All the pros hated it.
They genuinely birthed it onto the floor of the orphanage.
And actually, like I tried to save that shit. Like I honestly, Salt and Mystic Builds, which is my guild, were probably the single most positive force behind that. Like, we actually recorded a whole bunch of games, just random games with like random plebs, and sent them to ArenaNet to like, and we talked about some of the issues that we thought were wrong with it, like some things you could change about it. And we gave a lot of feedback. Actually, we wrote forum posts, we wrote like Reddit posts, we tried to ping the devs and responded to all that stuff. Like, we actually tried to save that, man. So like, my conscience is clear when it comes to Stronghold. I kind of like the game, and I thought it was kind of cool.
I personally don't mind Strongholds. I have absolutely no problem with Strongholds. I seriously, like, when it comes down to like off season, IQ in Strongholds. You know why? Because it gives me a breath of fresh ass. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with it because it's different. It's completely different. I don't think
that's how that goes.
Listen, you're talking to a real sex machine. Let me do what I do.
Ooh. All right, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I really like Stronghold as well, but it had a lot of problems. And
Hell yeah, it had problems.
They just never addressed it because
it had a lot of problems, bro. But the thing is, though, I tell you what, I'd rather have one game mode that's just a little bit different. Just a little different. Just give me just a little water on my tongue, sir. Just a little water. No, you get conquest. Just a little. That's all I wanted, bro.
All right. I'm exposing you, Big. Then I'm just gonna say, like, if they actually remove conquest now and they put in 2v2 and 3v3. I actually think that would like delete PvP pretty much. That would be the same thing as like actually removing PvP from the game. I think.
To be fair though, Teapot, they did say that they would look into 2v2 and 3v3 tournaments.
I don't think it's
about 6 or 7 months ago, probably. I mean, whether they're still going to actually do that or not, I guess is a big question.
I just don't see it. I mean, sure, like maybe some special tournaments, but I don't know, dude.
Well, I mean, I guess that's how you would gauge whether people want to do it or not, right?
So
otherwise,
has anybody here actually PvPs? Not the guy on top of me, but anybody else here that PvPs that actually goes into dueling arenas ever brought their friends over and said, "Hey guys, let's do a 3v3 or 2v2"? Anybody ever do that in the dueling arenas? I have.
Counts have done that shit. I have to say,
everybody's done it. So did you enjoy it when did it? Because everybody says, because Jebro said, again, I'm going after Jebro. Now, I love the guy. He's bald as hell. He's skinny. He tries to look like me, but he doesn't. Anyways, so I love Jebro. I'm not talking about Jebro. I'd say this to Jebro if he came on here now. Jebro says that it would basically be not Jebro. Sorry, it wasn't Jebro. It wasn't Jebro. Somebody else. Oh, it was in Jebro's stream. Somebody said it. They said that if you bring 3v3, all people would do is bring bunkers and they would never die. But the thing is, though, when you go into a 5v5, don't you fight like three druids anyways, or 2 druids and a firebrand? Does anybody die there? Yeah, they die. Why? Because of bad players. Now, in a high end tier game, would they die 3 druids and a firebrand and a necro? Most likely never. But that's the whole thing, though. Like, not everybody can play druid at the high tier. And yeah, I mean, right now is how druid is. If you brought 3v3 and you tried to make it work, or 2v2, it would be cancer. But that's only assuming that you will allow your game to be like this, cancer, right now, without fixing it before you introduce a 2v2, 3v3. I'm not talking about dropping this shit right now. I'm talking about balancing your game and saying, listen, conquest, shit, it's just too hard. Like, guys, face it, conquest is too hard. Guild Wars 2 is too casual to learn how to rotate. I mean, literally, conquest is too hard. If Cinder keeps winning for 7 months in a row, there's a problem. Not saying Cinder is a bad player. Cinder is an amazing player. Zan is an amazing player. Those guys are amazing. But there's no way that the fucking Vikings are gonna win the Super Bowl 7 times in a fucking row.
It's because, dude, like at the end of no, that's a this is no. We have to no.
Listen, if the Vikings are playing against your local high school,
exactly,
season,
they
are gonna win the Super Bowl.
If the Vikings are playing as like 7-year-old boys, then yeah, I mean that's just not gonna happen. I mean, I don't know.
There you go, though. There you go.
This isn't an argument.
Because there's no excitement.
No, because there's no competition. Like, there's no one competitive in this game. Literally, no one is competitive in this game, dude.
Yeah, nobody wants to be on Synchronous level.
Listen,
that's the problem.
Exactly. Dude, like, do you know how
nobody wants to put in the effort.
Do you know how hard it would be to find 4 people who would be willing to even?
You're just validating my point, dude. You're validating my point. I know it's hard. I'm looking for people. I have a for sale sign up somehow.
What the fuck is this shit?
Selling my ass, trying to get more players to play with me.
What is this, dude? Like, do you know it would be almost impossible to find 4 people willing to put in the amount of effort to even beat the top teams.
And you know what? It would be even easier. It would be even easier to bring one. I said the same shit like 2 nights ago when I was talking about selling 2v2 and 3v3. I said it would be so easy for me to get 2v2 and 3v3 because all I have to do is go downstairs, grab my girlfriend, do a 2v2 with her. Once I find somebody else to replace her, bam, I got somebody else, and I used her easy, move on, right? I got somebody else to play with. And then on my way to a 2v2, I find somebody else, bam, we got 3v3, easy. On a 5v5, you're right. It's too hard to run. It's way too hard. It's too hard. Like, literally, like, I built a team. I didn't build a team. I got invited to a team. These guys broke up literally like 3 weeks later. Bam, easy. Forget about it. That was easy. And then we rebuild again. Rebuild again and rebuild again. Like, I'm not trying to build the arc here. I just want to play Guild Wars 2. But I'll tell you what, just ask yourself this. Why did World of Warcraft Guild Wars 5v5 left 2v2, 3v3, and 10v10? Why? Because the same shit. No one took 5v5 real that seriously. And Guild Wars 2 can do the same thing. 2v2, 3v3, GVG. 2v2, 3v3, GVG. Listen to this. 2v2, 3v3, GVG. Baby, 2v2, 3v3, GVG. Hire me, baby. Hire me.
Yeah.
Hire me, because I make beats, baby.
Yeah.
I make beats and I sell this shit. Don't put that dating stuff on the website.
You're putting that shit in there. But I don't know, man. Like, Conquest is a good game mode for competitive stuff, man.
It's not, man.
You gotta say, yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's actually a really cool, intricate game mode, man. Out of this fucking shit, I don't know, dude.
Please quit it.
No, I'm not gonna quit that shit. Like,
Stop it.
Like 2v2 is, I don't know, it's kind of fucking lame if you ask me. It's not really something I'm particularly interested in. It's just, I mean, maybe I'd play it a little bit, but
yo, I just want you to tell me something, yo. I just want you to listen one more time. Listen. 2v2, 3v3. GVG. Easy.
Well, the thing is, I guess I come at this from a different perspective. And you say that Conquest is too hard. I just say that fucking get good. You know, just get good.
Yo, when we're looking for a third person to get good, I'm gonna tell you the same thing. When we're trying to do NA Conquest together, and that one person fails us so far, I'm gonna tell you, yo, get good. Get good. I'm telling you the same
that's
thing.
What you should say. You can't just say, what the fuck?
Don't nerf the game. Just like force players to get better.
Exactly.
That's kind of the thing.
Yeah.
The problem is, and Syndroner even pointed this out in chat as well, the only reason why nobody can beat him is because nobody puts in the effort that he does and has. Nobody wants to put in the effort to get on that level because it's not worth it at this point. When Syndroner came, when Syndroner and all the other guys, all the earlier PvPers, all the professional PvPers, when they started out, let me finish, mate. When they started out, they had something to work for. They had the tournaments to look for.
To make money.
Yeah.
Okay. So
there is nothing now.
Does it take? Okay. So I have to pay you to play a video game at good level. Is that what it takes to play a good game? Is you have to get paid?
That's not what I'm saying. But you're not going to get extra blood, and the people that are already invested already don't have that. They have never had that drive.
That's the point. That's the whole point I'm making. That's what I'm making, though, bro. That's what the point I'm making is that we can't field 5 players in Conquest. It's not possible. We don't have the population. We have to find a way to break that shit up to get players to play with each other again. Conquest isn't doing it. That's my whole point, dog. Like, we're saying the same thing. You're just trying to say what Cinder, like, you think I'm trying to say that Cinder didn't work for it. Like, I'm trying to do what Cinder does, dog. I can't do it. That's what I'm telling you. Like, Cinder's over top of me. Like, he's better than me because he worked towards it. And as I try to work towards it, I have the same wall where I just can't find those players. I'm saying the same thing you're saying. And what I'm saying is that because I can't find those players and those players can't find those players, why not limit it to where we can make this game still 5v5, but instead we have 2v2, 3v3. This population wouldn't be affected, and now we can simply work towards that PvP to get players to start in small strides. 2v2, 3v3. It's so much easier to run than it is 5v5. Current scene isn't working.
It's I guess it's easier to run, but I think that I still think it's better to just try and get people to learn how to play Conquest rather than like just funneling them into another game. But like dividing the player base is insanely risky for ArenaNet right now. I just don't think they would do that too well. They're not going to push it too hard unless.
Do you think it really matters?
Yes, of course it matters. PvP is one.
I think that
PvP is an important game mode, man. PvP is important. We can't just like shit on PvP.
there's an inherent problem with MMO players and MMO games in general when we talk about the concept of PvP. The majority of the players that come to any MMO game do not come for the PvP. They're not around to necessarily fight other players. They're around, and especially here in Guild Wars, they're around for the casual shit. They're around for the rewards. They're around for a very specific kind of game style. And PvP, player versus player, killing other players, is not necessarily what they came for. And I think there's a huge gap between like getting people in and just like letting them do whatever the fuck they want.
I'm kind of with King Crumb here. Like, I don't think the risk is that great, to be honest. And I'm not even trying to be a dick about it. I really just don't think the risk is that great at this point.
So explain what you mean.
Let's say you don't take a risk and you just keep doing what you've been doing. Why should people play the next season?
Holla fucking Lulia,
Glory!
Holla fucking Lulia,
I say right. Okay,
glory is enough.
Nah, we can talk about this. Well, for me it is. Like, for me it is. Yeah. When I play a competitive game, come on, man. If you play a competitive game mode, you don't give a fuck about rewards. Okay. Like, not many people actually do. Like, you see, like, watch a PvP stream, dude. They're, like, deleting the loot boxes they get out of it. They don't give a fuck. Like, that's the kind of player you need if you want to keep a competitive scene alive. They don't give a shit.
How do you get them to Guild Wars 2?
How do you get them to Guild Wars 2? What, with the gameplay, with the combat system. Oh, we got, wait, the wig?
We got
the wigs?
I have to literally grow boobs for people to listen to me because this isn't gonna work with Vic. I gotta bring
Soy Boy.
Hey, I gotta bring Soy Boy here. Let's go. I gotta bring Soy Boy here because this isn't gonna work with Vic. Maybe you guys will listen to Bika.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Bika the snake.
Let's go.
He's got tits and a snake. What?
Wait a minute. Whoa.
I need some pink hair to get people to listen to me, dude. Because I tell you what, if I was a cam girl, you motherfuckers would agree with me. Go ahead, Ninx. What you were saying, homie. Go ahead.
My question is, in the next season, how do you bring people back to the game or increase the population? Because so far, it keeps shrinking and shrinking and shrinking.
Like my boyfriend's penis.
What do you do to turn it around?
Fucking A, what is this fucking shit?
Deroir had no idea what he agreed to.
I was going into it. Fucking good. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, Inks, you were saying?
I'm just asking the question. In the next season, how do you increase population? Because that's the biggest problem that I see right now.
You continue to push balance in the game because I think, although in my opinion it wasn't that bad, I think balance did alienate a lot of players. You continue to fix the stuff that people consider broken and is cancerous gameplay. Stuff like Druid, and Firebrand and Scourge, stuff like this. The aids in PvP, you continue to attempt to fix, and we are seeing that, guys. If we look at the way they've nerfed these changes, right? If we look at the PvP World vs. World skill split, what are they doing? They are nerfing everything, boys. They are bopping it hard, okay? They're bopping everything, okay?
Wrong.
They're bopping a lot of stuff. They're bopping a load of stuff.
I'm sorry, but wasn't I here for season 1? All the Revenants quit the game. They nerfed Revenant to the ground. They all quit the game. It didn't balance the game. They just made them leave the game.
Well, they're trying to do it now. They're trying to do it now.
Shout out to my boy JT. He don't play the game no more because they nerfed Revenant. Shout out to all the Revenants. I don't play the game anymore because they nerfed you to the ground. Come on, that shit ain't gonna fix the game. If you 5% here, 10% here, ain't gonna fix the game, dude. It ain't. It ain't gonna bring people back, yo.
Okay, I gotta actually give this to Big. I actually gotta give this to Big real quick. And Inks and that guy in chat that you mentioned the moment ago. It's not gonna grow the scene. Rebalancing, balance issues, and everything. It's not gonna get people back to the game. It's not gonna get new blood into the game because of a balance patch. I think you're right. You gotta take the gamble.
I know I'm right.
You have to take the gamble. You have to take the gamble and just like jump in and try something new.
Thank you.
Because nobody's playing Conquest. It's dead mode. Why not just like throw the wig? Just throw the wig.
It's me all along, Big.
Throw the wig. Grow some. Eat some soy. Grow some man breasts. Play something else. I mean, like the thing is, like, if you drop Conquest or like whatever, if you go full hard mode on something new, you're gonna lose that tiny little bit of the community that's left for it, which is like the last little sliver of really good players in PvP. But at least now we can then other players can fight for the crown. That is.
Can I say something?
And I kind of feel like that's a positive thing.
When Heart of Thorns came, when Path of Fire came out, okay, I came back to the game. Did I come back to the game because I was excited to go ahead and play Stab Druid? No, I heard that I can turn into a beast. I heard that I'll be able to take my pet in me, become my pet, and burst people out. I said I want to be the beast that I am, and I became
the animal in you.
Ooh. And you know what? My community on Guild Wars 2 came with me and said, yo, Bick is turning into a beast. And I tell you what, through those 3 months that I played Guild Wars 2, I tell you what, my channel was just booming with people, right?
Okay.
But after 30 days of like the first, initial boom, it kind of went down more, because, it was like 30 days for $30 and then went down more, right? So after the 3 months ended and I was putting more Soul Beast videos, I started realizing that my videos are being viewed less and less. Why? Because people stopped giving a shit because it's still Conquest. It really didn't matter if Soul Beast was the new spec and it was just one-shotting people. It was still the same rotations. It was still the same maps. It was still the same game mode.
Is it because of Conquest, or is it because of the copious amount of like spam aids that POF brought to the game?
Listen, I don't think that the AIDS was that bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it wasn't that bad. It was beyond bad when it comes to Necros. Like, the word bad was like, I think you're being nice when you say the word bad, right? Even my sister agrees with here, the one that you just saw a minute ago. But the thing is, though, like, it didn't matter. It didn't matter because, like, you could actually beat those Necros really, really quickly. Really quickly. But the problem is, because it is Conquest, and they just spammed the point, it didn't matter because they still won the match because it still had the point long enough for you to lose. In any situation where you could kite them around, you beat those motherfuckers. Easy. And that's why you saw Thieves coming out with rifles.
Yeah, Conquest isn't really about that, though. I mean, Conquest is about capturing points, though.
Yeah, Conquest is about, doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting the same failed result.
What about League of Legends? What about chat talking about League of Legends or I don't know, like pretty much any competitive game? Like,
I'm sorry,
they're all basically the same shit.
I'm sorry, guys. League of Legends has a community that has the excitement of John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin are going head to head, and the excitement of those new teams coming up and deleting, like Dota. There was this team that came out of nowhere and deleted all the pro players, and everybody's like, going crazy, right? Everybody's going fucking nuts. But we don't have that. We have Cinder, and he's kicking our ass.
Yeah, because nobody's taking the fight.
And we know he's gonna kick our ass, and then we kick our ass a little bit more, and at this point we just bend over, and he kicks our ass, and we say, "Thanks, Cinder. Can you do it again?" And that's pretty much Guild Wars 2.
Sure, I'll be back next month.
And how do you fix that? Do you just nerf Cinder? Let's ban Cinder. There we go.
Actually, I gotta say though, like I've thought this ever since the whole ranking and everything came out. You to a certain extent, you gotta. If you want new players to come in and be interested in the big high end rewards and all the infusion, what those crowns or whatever that's glowing above your head, you need to give them an actual chance to reach that. And nobody has that on EU because of Sind and his team.
Okay, but they have it on NA.
Can I say something? I'm sorry. Cinder lost 2 games. He lost 2 games. He lost 2 games.
7 months in a row. If you get the final reward, and nobody else fucking gets a chance at it, obviously everyone's going to get demotivated and not want to try it anymore.
Right, but what is the excuse on NA?
That just makes them a pile of goddamn bitches, Deroir.
Sure, but here the argument stems from the fact that they're all bitches.
Yes.
That's kind of the thing. That's the problem. That's the root of the problem. Because they're bitches, they need a handout.
You get good, or you get run over by better players.
The only handout that really is that like you got to have some of the pro players step out.
Okay, all right. So this is the Guild Wars 2 mentality. The community is a bunch of bitches. Get those pro players to step out. Fuck it, let's take Conquest. My mentality is the community It's just what a community is. Let's break this shit up. Let's do 2v2. Let's do 3v3, and let's get rid of conquest. If we lose Cinder and we lose Zan because they can't play together, I'd rather lose 3 players than the rest of the PvP and start playing something else. I'd rather say that.
Why wouldn't they be able to play together?
Because people said earlier in other channels that Cinder and the rest of the community will just quit. I don't think Cinder will quit because he has a new game mode. I don't think Cinder would do that. I think Cinder would say he would embrace that. I think everybody else in the community would embrace something new. I think people that aren't playing the game would say, oh, hey, did you hear Guild Wars 2 is 2v2? I'm tired of fucking hitting those priests for 10 minutes in World of Warcraft. Let's go try this game out because this game has arena now. I'm tired of playing ESO and running around and getting zerged all fucking day. I'm tired of playing the game. Let's go check out that new Guild Wars 2 game. It's got the new 2v2 3v3 mode. I am so tired of playing Asian boob MMO all day and hearing the fucking squirting in the background in my ear. Let's go check out this new Guild Wars 2 game mode, 2v2 3v3. You gotta bring excitement back into the game. You're not gonna do those conquests. It's not working now. It's not gonna work. It's just not going to work. And the problem isn't Cinder. I appreciate Cinder for what he does. I wish I could find people like him. I'll pay you. I will pay you. But the thing is...
You want that right? You want, guys, Bick will pay you to play PvP, dude. Bick will pay you to queue up against him and queue snipe him
I just don't...
in PvP.
I don't really get the whole. I don't really get the whole top player argument because NA doesn't have that problem at all, and it's still a problem of population. So
yeah, it's a whole population problem. There's I tell you right now, if I were to run a poll right now, and I were to say, would you quit Guild Wars 2 if 2v2 3v3 was introduced and conquest is deleted? I bet my nipples on it that I would say that the answer would be no. No, people would embrace that. People would embrace the change.
No one's gonna quit over that. Certainly not. But I think dividing the player base might cause some problems.
But we're divided already. We can't play with each other.
No,
we are divided.
When I say dividing the player base, I don't mean it in that way. I mean, people like different things, right? And if you add different game modes and you have half of the people go to play 2v2 and half the people play with Conquest, then both game modes are kind of cucked.
No, you don't have Conquest. You have...
No, you don't. You can't just delete... You right. Guild Wars 2 is not in a situation where you want to delete game modes, I don't think.
No, they wouldn't do that. If they're going to add 2v2, 3v3 would be in addition to...
If you add 2v2, 3v3, 5v5, I could see a spike of population, but I would guarantee you 5v5 would be dead. No one would do it for a long while. No one would do it.
Why would you? 3v3. Why bother?
Why would you? Why exactly? Why would you do 5v5 with 3v3 and 2v2s there?
Just do 3v3. Well, I think a lot of people would probably do 3v3, but
exactly, a lot of people would do 3v3. Why wouldn't you do 3v3? Why? Okay, let me ask you guys a question.
I don't care, so it doesn't matter to me.
I'm sorry, I don't want to fuck your name up. Deroir, is it Deroir?
Yeah, whatever you want to, however you want to say it.
Mr. D, how you doing, buddy? Listen,
Mr. D.
Would you play 2v2?
Probably.
Would you do 3v3?
I mean, the thing is, I genuinely really enjoy scrimmages. I do it in Wolver's World mostly, but I really enjoy it. But it's not something I necessarily seek out unless there's a reason for it. I'm an MMO player. I play for a lot of the time I play just for the rewards. I don't really need that prestige in a PvP scene. That's the thing.
God. We already had team deathmatch in ranked and it sucked dick. Come on, dude, bro. It was 5v5.
I played the deathmatch. It was cool.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm talking to this guy in chat. Oh. Shaley, Ellie, come on, bro, dude. Please, bro. It was a 5v5 clusterfuck, dude. It wasn't a 10 deathmatch. It was a 5v5. Whoever snowballs first wins. That's what it was. Come on, it wasn't a fair shot, dude. It wasn't a fair shot. If that match was 3v3, maybe it could have worked. Even then, it was not enough. 2v2 in that map is too big. That map is a purely 1v1 map. Come on, dude, that wasn't a fair shot. ArenaNet literally put a small-ass map, small-ass circle, 5 players, one head-to-head, spam their AoE, and then the loser basically died, and then they died over and over and over and over until they forfeited. Come on, that wasn't a fair shot, dude. Come on, bro. Be real, man.
I just think that they have a very big uphill battle ahead of them to bring PvP back to any decent state.
I'm going to tell you right now, dude. I keep cutting you guys off. I apologize. Go ahead, dude. I'm sorry.
Inks, were you talking? Sorry. No,
I just think ArenaNet has a fairly large uphill battle against them to bring PvP back to.
I think the biggest challenge,
sort of the bigger population days, I guess. I
think the biggest challenge genuinely is the community attitude towards it. It's not so much the game mode. The game mode is what it is. The win trading is only so prevalent because there's not that huge of a population to actually combat it.
To combat it is just that ArenaNet doesn't care. I mean,
that too. I mean, that's another factor. But like, yeah.
I think that is kind of a problem. That's a really big problem for motivation, I think, for the glory players, right? Because the glory players go, I want rank 1 PvP, god of PvP, boys, let's go. And then they see, you know, these mafia players, this cartel of win traders who have like 90% win rate. And you can't. Oh well, guess I can't actually get rank 1 then. Rip me,
right?
Dude.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you know, I guess I can't really do that anymore. Even if I win, even if I carry my team, like, you know, like an anchor, I drag them along the bottom of the ocean. Looks like I'm still wrecked because people are gonna win trade to victory, so they can get their little rank 1. They can like make little do their funny handshakes in the middle of the fucking, you know, the middle of the points. You know what I'm saying? It's just, what even is this?
Somebody very cleverly points out that you can do that with raids as well. You can do that with literally anything in this game. You can buy your way to it.
Yes.
As a community, we're more or less conditioned to just like shell out.
But it doesn't matter. In PvE, it doesn't matter, dude. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, who gives a fuck if you buy an achievement in PvE?
That's the thing. We've all been conditioned to believe that all of this doesn't matter because you can just buy it. You can just drop your money and you have the god of PvP by the end of the month.
Did anybody play Guild Wars 1?
Yes.
Little bit, but not.
Okay. Did anybody feel like Guild Wars 1 was very PvP oriented, or was it just me?
Yeah, it was. It was a completely different. It was built to be
built around PvP. Yeah, it was built around PvP. You can even get an instant PvP character level 20.
Okay, exactly. So I want to.
They went the other way with.
I want to explain something to this community. The people that keep saying delete PvP. This game is called Guild Wars 2. The only reason people from Guild Wars 1 came and gave this game a shot, why I came into this game, is because it fooled me by thinking there was going to be Guild Wars and PvP wars, right? When I came in here and there was no PvP wars or the stuff that I expected in Guild Wars 1, I felt like I had my girlfriend was a man. I felt like I've been tricked into this bed.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap. Guild Wars 2 is a trap.
So I want to say that, like, this game is designed for players to jump in, do the casual PvE, and then bam, jump into the PvP and be like, team play, let's do it. And we can jump into almost every class that we want to and do it. It's like almost like a MOBA hybrid MMO. Do you guys disagree?
Guild Wars 2 wasn't designed that way, though.
Yeah.
It's not designed like a MOBA hybrid MMO?
It wasn't designed to be PvE as an afterthought. PvE was the driving force.
Yeah.
It was PvP and World vs. World that were the afterthoughts, unfortunately.
Well, no, it was going to be PvP at the start. It was supposed to be PvP. They were trying to push for it with all the esports stuff. They were really going hard on it. But the thing is, like, it's kind of sad actually because it's really weird because before they had the drive behind it from ArenaNet, but they didn't have the systems in place. They didn't have a even close to competent ranked system. Okay, rewards weren't properly in place. No ATs, right? But they had the actual support of that drive with ESL, with Pro League, with all of that shilling, right? All that stuff, right? But the thing is, now we have the opposite. We have the game systems. The game systems are in place, but we don't have that community, that drive from ArenaNet because it took about. Ings is right. It took too long, right? Yeah. And wait, was that a release? Fine. So is it really a release stream?
I have another thing to add on the topic of Guild Wars, though, because we've now been introduced to the idea that World vs. World is going to change and it's going to become more of an alliance system. I heavily believe that if anything's going to actually change what Guild War what brings new players to the game, what actually has a future in Guild Wars as becoming the new Guild Wars is World vs. World, and it's the rebalancing that's happening there. I genuinely believe that the alliance system might have the most positive impact to the game's population and the interest of the community into actual competitive formats. It is the only thing that I believe that I have any trust might actually pull through, not PvP.
D, you and I, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? If I put this wig back on, you and I could get together, man. I'll tell you what, bro.
Whoa.
I mean, I know your girlfriend's trapped, but
yo,
I don't swing that way. Sorry, mate.
Yo, listen to me, man. Thank you so much, babe. Get some more water. Thank you so much. Nah, this is just some water. Just some water. Thanks, babe. Listen, all I have to say is I've been saying this shit for so long. I said this last time on Tea Time. Choose PvP or War vs. World.
War vs. World.
Choose. War vs. World. I chose. Easy. I would choose War vs. World any day of the week because in War vs. World, you play the game how you want to play. You want to do 3v3? Bam. You want to do Conquest? Bam. You want to Zerg? Bam. You want to do GVG? Bam. You have it all. Where Conquest, you don't have that. And I tell you what, I would choose War vs. World any day of the week over that shitty ass Conquest. Hey, I'm gonna stun and I'm gonna rotate. I'm gonna rotate, precious. I'm so fucking tired of fucking rotate. I find myself spitting in the bathroom. I hate it.
Well, yeah, if we're talking about that community stuff and how the Guild Wars 2 community is, then I think, yeah, you're right. It has to be World vs. World because World vs. World is the Clown Fiesta game mode for the Clown Fiesta community of Guild Wars 2. You can just leap in, start going crazy, spam your abilities, get kicked from the squad for being a soul beast. Boom, you can do all that easy, you know? You can do all that stuff easy, and then you can still follow them. Anyway, they can't fucking stop you, dude. Okay? And we have evidence that might be the case because we are seeing literally the best changes to the game. Okay? It is unique. Big L's right. Because these alliance systems coming in here...
Clap Dana for this. Clap that.
Alliance systems. 10 years later, my fucking god, boys. It's finally happening. Finally, they're fixing World vs. World. World vs. World is going to be top tier, rank 1 game mode. They're pushing it hard. Boom.
10 years later, but we did it, boys.
Yeah.
We got mounts.
Clap.
We got servers.
Easy clap, boys.
We got teams.
Easy clap.
We did it, boys.
Easy fucking clap, boys. Okay.
It's happening.
Yeah. It's happening. We're fixing World vs. World. We're bringing the memes. We're getting alliances. You can play with your friends. You don't have to pay for transfers. You can join these weird alliances. They fixed skill lag as well. They fixed skill lag quite ages ago, actually. I think they're gonna push World. They're gonna push World vs. World, boys. They're gonna push it hard. Okay. They're going big on World vs. World. Simple as that.
And I feel
2018 is when they pushed World vs. World. That's going to bring people into the game. People are going to see that shit. They're going to see these streams. Okay, you see the Clown Fiesta. Listen, when I see when I see 50 Scourges cast their shade at the same time, I think yes. Okay? Feels good, man. Okay? Feels amazing, man. When I see 10 Warriors cast their bubble and we instantly kill people, it feels amazing. When I see 3-2-1 spike on leader, that makes me happy, okay? Okay? That's what I'm talking about. And then they can add GVG as well.
So
they fixed the guild hall. They fixed the guild hall.
If I might just add something. I think the main thing that has to happen for this to actually become a thing, to come to fruition, this dream for World vs. World, is that the community needs to back this. The community needs to back the small little changes or even the big changes like the alliance system when it happens, not just shit on it. If you get the World vs. World community to shit on the alliances, the mode is instantly dropped because of bad PR, and they leave it. They drop it like it's hot.
They won't. Pretty much everyone universally really likes the alliance changes, as far as I haven't seen even one person say it's bad. I'm not even joking. I seriously, ArenaNet, listen. ArenaNet, listen. I have not seen even one person say the alliance system is bad. Okay?
We need to know more about it first.
Yeah.
But do you think the potential, sure. I mean, Guild Wars 2 has loads of potential. But do you think they're going to launch these alliance changes before or after Crowfall and Camelot Unchained launch?
When is that?
I'm exposing these games, okay? I'm exposing these games, okay?
They're shit.
They're fucking shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're shit. And why? Okay? Because people say Guild Wars 2 is dead. You know, WildStar. Where's WildStar now? Okay, BDO. People think BDO. What the fuck is BDO? You know, people say, Blade and Soul. Okay, what the fuck? No one cares. Okay, no one cares about this weeb trash. Seriously, get that anime out.
Broke Dad's
guys,
Online.
Out. Just get it out. Okay. All these games that are supposed to be this new Guild Wars 2 Slayer. It's not going to do anything because of the combat system, dude. It's irrelevant. It's not going to make any difference. It's not going to be enough. People are going to play those games, and then they're going to come back. They're going to come back to Guild Wars 2.
Right, so because they're going to realize, my point.
Bit comes back.
That's sort of my point. And I don't know when Crowfall and Camelot Unchained are launching. Sometime this year, I believe. But people flock to a new game, especially people who play Realm vs. Realm a lot. Yeah. So they'll flock to the new game. If Guild Wars 2 marketing was smart, they would have their changes ready shortly, a month after these games have launched, and market it for people to come back. Because that community will be looking for a place to hop after those games don't meet their expectations.
Can I say something?
Yes. Sure.
I bought a new gaming mouse today.
Okay.
Congratulations.
This mouse is not the same as my mouse.
I'm going to
show you how. It has less buttons. Now, what is happening in my life right now? As a player, I'm changing. I'm changing and realizing that MMOs are fucking shit in 2018. Okay? And I am literally going to start playing first-person shooters because I cannot find the PvP that I want in 2018. Unfortunately, it's just not there. So what I'm going to be doing in Guild Wars 2 is raiding Monday and Wednesday and trying to find something where my 30-year-old ass can aim and shoot and have some fun in PvP. That's really the truth. I mean, literally, I am changing how I'm playing games because no matter where I go, Broke Dad's Online, SO, Guild Wars 2, World of Warcraft, it doesn't matter. It's all a bunch of Care Bear mechanics that does not allow me to excel as a player that I want to be. Just like you, when you said yesterday, Teapot, you're surrounded by players that don't want to achieve anything. You can't do that. When that happens, you have to fight the revolution. Grab a gun and go ahead and start slaying people.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Dude, no guns, PUBG, no guns.
Dude.
PUBG. I said PUBG. I said grab a gun and start slaying people in PUBG.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's why I have the fucking FPS mouse. And that's exactly what's going to get happening. If they keep putting out shit content, people are going to keep doing the same thing that I'm doing. Start playing FPSs, because that's it.
But here's the thing, though. Like, PvP players like you, PvP players like you are not a commonality in MMOs, generally. It's not what happens. It's not necessarily what drives them. World vs. World is a great concept for PvP and in an MMO world, because it's an MMO-based PvP system. 5v5, 2v2, 1v1, it has nothing to do with the MMO aspect of this game. It's just fighting. And there are better, more prestigious titles, games, and stuff like that you can strive for if it's prestige you want, if it's glory, if it's to punch people's faces. I mean,
well, the thing is, as an industry, we've seen people go away from MMOs into MOBAs, and then more MOBAs and more MOBAs. Everybody's just copying MOBAs. It's literally just grabbing a big world, survival gear, a gun, and then just basically going at it for 100 people. Like, every game is just remaking PUBG and H1Z1 over and over and over. That's pretty much what's happening.
It's the new MOBA.
And that's just pretty much what's happening. And then you start seeing the shrinkage in MMOs left and right. And, it's like, as an MMO player, you can fight it for as long as you possibly can until you say, you know what? Let me grab my FPS, let me grab my gun, and start doing the same thing that other people are doing. Just start just putting 5 minutes into a game and trying to get enjoyment of PvP. I mean, because that's what it comes down to. Like, whoever is going to design the next MMO, whoever's going to change the next MMO, like, I hope ArenaNet does it. I hope ArenaNet does what we wanted to do. I hope they recreate World vs. World and bring it back like we had it. Because World vs. World, in my opinion, is the best game mode.
I agree with you. I would actually agree with that. I cannot believe I'm saying that, but I agree.
World vs. World is the best game mode. I think World vs. World, it needs to be brought back like he was. I loved roaming. I loved making roaming videos. It felt so accomplished. But roaming, and not roaming, but just the World vs. World itself needs a lot of tweaking with classes that can do too much, can do obscene amounts of sustain that just pretty much would kill that side of the small gangs that want to roam. There has to be enough gangs and enough Zergs to make it healthy like it used to be. And I think that with the balance patches that we do have now, especially the nerf on Druid, I think that's one of the best changes, and I hope it goes into War vs. World. And Cinder has an issue with this too, where there's too much stat difference between War vs. World and PvP. Like sigils is one of those things. Like I don't know how you guys feel as PvEers about the sigils that we have in PvP, the sigils that we have in War vs. World. I would like to make it more inclusive to be able to have almost the same exact kind of setup, and or if not, rebalance the War vs. World also to make those sigils.
I actually thought a little bit about this. I would say that they should do this, but they should have the same sigil. They should have all the PvP sigils should be in World vs. World as well, but they should have more sigils and runes in World vs. World as well. Because I think one of the best parts of World vs. World is the asymmetry, is the imbalance, is the fact that you can have different stuff and have some you can in PvP everyone's running the same fucking boring bland bullshit, okay? But in World vs. World it is a goddamn clown fiesta. If you have a gear checker, you will want to pull your eyes out, my friends, okay? In World vs. World, and to me that's beautiful, okay? To me that's art, okay? I love that, okay? I don't run gear checker because I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. I try not to think about it. Okay, but even at the top level, look at the GVG guilds. They're all running slightly different variants. Everyone's running slightly different variants, dude. Okay, that's what it's all about, dude. Okay, World vs. World soldiers are OP.
Hey, you know what?
But,
I can't disagree.
I love the
you
imbalance, dude. I love the imbalance.
You got a point, dude. You got a point. You know what? When you've defeated this a snake.
Yeah.
You got a point, dude. I'm gonna release that.
Snake charmer.
You got a point there, dude.
Well. Yeah, there are pros to having a strict set of builds, and I think it's good for PvP. I do think it is good for PvP to have a strict set of restrictions to make it easier to balance. But I think World vs. World doesn't have to be balanced because you already are released. Oh my god!
Release! This is weird when there's no music there.
Yeah, we need to get that shit going, dude. Hang on again.
All right, let's go ahead.
Any big subs here, guys?
Oh
my god. Okay. But yeah, there are pros and cons, but I think PvP is a good game mode. Okay, to have that that restricted set of memes, right? Because that's where you want to make it a little bit more controlled, bit easier to balance, bit easier to play with. But I think in World vs. World you can kind of let it go crazy, right? Because the game mode is inherently imbalanced anyway, unless you're in a very strict environment, right? Unless you're fighting in Obsidian Sanctum 15v15, okay? That's when it's fair. But if you're ever fighting open field, even with even numbers, it's never going to be fair because you're on different terrain. Like you've got like, I don't know, like slightly different initiative. Like there's so many things. Like you'll have like 2 extra guys on one side or whatever. It's it's fine to be a little bit imbalanced. It's fine, in my opinion.
It's great.
But,
great.
Yeah, it's impossible to balance. It's impossible to balance for the situations that happen in World vs. World. It's just too crazy.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I think that everybody right now, you hit the nail with the face on the hammer. That term.
Yes.
I think that you did that, and my girlfriend. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You did that, and I think that there's games out there like Crowfall. There's games out there like 8 Ashes of Creations that are coming out. They're going to be hyped up. Everybody's going to say, oh, it's going to kill Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 has a diamond in their hand. They have a game that has the best combat that I cannot find anywhere else. It's got a shitty engine that is running on a 1998 Macintosh, okay? But it can still be salvaged. It can be upgraded to DirectX 12. This game itself is not dead. Like, it's a really good game, and anybody that plays this game is literally looking at it and saying, why isn't there more? And the problem is our leaders, our founding fathers that created the Guild Wars 1 atmosphere aren't here. And we talk about this as streamers because all we want to do is throw ideas at them just just to wake them up and say, listen, we're supporting this small ass community. Please work with us. Give us something different. Like, that's all I'm saying is just give us something different, something that I can get my crowd motivated for. Like tomorrow, I'll make a video, say, guys, guess what? Season 6 of Storyline 5, Samantha died. Oh, Samantha. Oh,
dude, I'd be excited if they kill Timey, man. No.
My community wouldn't give a fuck. My community is going to say, what's different, Bick? And I'm going to say, listen, they introduced...
I've got some bad news for you, Bick. I've got some really bad news. What? That's what about 90. That's what's about 90% of the community cares about, buddy.
Yeah, they want to. They want to know.
They want to hear about the dude. They want to. They want to know what Samantha had for breakfast. Well, you know what I'm saying?
I told you.
They want to see that shit.
Mouse. I got an FPS mouse. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna go play FPSs.
You're gonna kill Samantha?
You're gonna kill Samantha with a gun or something? I mean, yeah, you're gonna take her out.
I'm gonna go slay. I'm gonna go be the top PUBG player. I'm gonna be the top. I'm gonna be the very best that no one's ever seen.
Pokebic. What up?
I mean, that's what's everybody's gonna do.
Bick's gonna be a Pokemon, dude.
Everybody that wants what I want is gonna find something different. And that's where it comes down to. So it's either Guild Wars 2 gives us the PvPers what they want, which is a bigger scene. Warless World, a bigger scene, or we just go play something else. And that's where it comes down to. Like, I mean, that's pretty much what's happening now. People aren't getting the PvP they want. They're not getting the Warless World that they want, and they just. And listen, I'm not gonna play PUBG. I suck at PUBG. Like, I tried to play PUBG, dude. I can have 6 mouses and a speed hack, and I'm still gonna lose. And I'm still gonna lose. Like, I can't.
I don't think the extra mice would play it. I don't think that would help.
Even with the hack, I probably will still lose PUBG. Like, I can't play PUBG. I don't know how people play PUBG. Whoever plays PUBG and wins, you are talented. But I tell you what, there's other games out there made for old people.
For old people? What? Other people?
I'm turning 30 this year, bro. I'm turning 30.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm 18, but I'm turning 30.
Practically dead. Yeah.
I got bad news, Bick. The rest of your life is fucked.
Wait, I know you're like getting ready to retire, bro. But...
Shit, man. Turning 30, you're practically dead.
You're basically dead. Yeah, life's over. Just give up. Never ever try. It's the best advice I can give you.
Never try. Just give in. Yeah. All right.
That's the spirit.
Isn't that the Screamer Ranger guy? No, actually, Brittany.
Brittany bitch.
Actually, Brittany bitch. My loneliness is rotating me on the conquest. And I got far, but we lost mid and home. And they're beating us by 500. I cannot win. Delete conquest one more time.
What is up, my dudes?
Yo, I just did that live. I did that shit in the shower, yo.
How is Inks not fazed by this? How is Inks not impressed by this?
What?
He's unfazed. He's seen
How
everything.
Are you unfazed?
He's so old. He's seen everything in the world.
What have you seen, dude? What have you seen?
Terrible things.
Yeah,
I can tell.
Was it the Black Lion Keys, Inks? Was it the Black Lion Keys? Was it the mount licenses?
So turned on right now?
No, I'm all good. I think they should do more of that. They should bring back RNG mount license version 2.0.
Yeah. Dude, Bick is making everyone in chat question their sexuality on a very deep level right now, dude. People are feeling very uncertain. Are you guys feeling the uncertainty, or is that just me? I'm feeling a little bit scared right now. I'm not sure I'm entirely comfortable where this is going, dude. Wait, is this allowed in TOS, guys? Are we gonna get TOS here?
I hope not.
I'm banned. Goodbye. I don't mind.
Stream.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow MMO Inks on Twitter since Teapot is now banned.
Yeah,
He's such a dick, dude.
Fucking shilling
that shit. But speaking of shilling, okay? ArenaNet.
Yes.
If you guys don't shill world versus world really hard,
shill it.
I don't even know. I can't even begin to understand where your marketing team would be coming from. Okay, I don't want to say dead rats because I always say dead rats. I want to come up with something different. Okay, I don't even know. I don't want to get thrown out of the partner program, man. But seriously, if when the alliance system comes out, and you guys don't shill the alliance system really hard as hard as you can. Actually do. Advertise. Tell people about this. Let them know. Okay? Come on. Talk to like those filthy games journalists, dude. Like, put some ads, dude. Tell people about the epic world versus world combat where they can come and get
more of those.
By a bunch of, yeah,
memes.
no, I don't want No, it can be but is is like the scream, the war cry as you trample your enemies underfoot and you crush their skulls. Okay? Under your minstrel guardian, okay? Shill the game. Do it. Shill really hard. Otherwise, I'm gonna be really.
They're already starting this with Guild Wars 2 friendships, right? Because alliances, you need to make friends in order to have an alliance, and so they're already starting. Teapot, they're already starting the alliance friendship.
I don't want to. Can we not talk about the thing? Well, the friendships.
The friendships campaign thing. I think I don't know. The friendship thing is weird, but I don't know. Like whatever floats your boat, you know. Like if people like that shit, they like that shit. It's whatever. Right?
I love it.
Let it sail, but can we skip discussing it? Because I'm not gonna. I'm in deep water here. No, but it's like I don't want to. The thing is, I just don't want to shit on it. I guess yeah.
I came into Guild Wars 2 looking for gameplay, and I found my wife. Thank you, Guild Wars 2.
Did you really?
No.
It's your.
I found my girlfriend a long time ago.
Nothing that you could fake it so you can win the prize. You could fake that shit. You could do a fake news story so you can win the prize.
You know, the thing is, though, the thing is, like, to honestly, like, all bullshit aside, for them to make that commercial, it didn't hurt anybody. Like, it's like innocent, it's cringy as fuck. But I mean, like, me putting a wig on and, you know, pretend to be Britney Spears is cringy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really didn't hurt anybody. Like, if they want to spend the money,
all power to it.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter. Like, you know, you want to be friendly with the community, bring more people. You know, hopefully, a dating scene kicks off too. You know, you got 2 websites now. But the biggest important thing here is that, you know, we as a community stay focused on making sure that our voices are heard. And, you know, like I'm reading every comment on YouTube. I'm reading every comment on Twitch. I'm reading every single comment right now you guys are saying good or bad about me. And I'll tell you what, you know, I'm taking a lot of shots tonight, and so is everybody else when it comes down to, like, you know, joking, you know, what the guy up top says and against him all night, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the point is here, guys, is that we as a community have to stay focused on a direction where we want to go. And, you know, they might give us an opportunity to vote one day again, like they did with the, you know, the 2v2 or 5v5 thing. And we have a community have to make sure that we are educated on what's going to happen with these results if we are ever allowed to, you know, to vote again. I hope as a community we're not allowed to vote again. I hope as a community we're allowed to test servers. Like I think as a community. Yeah, I think we need a live server and a test server. As a community, I think we deserve that. And I think that the biggest thing that as a community we should push for is a test server to allow ArenaNet and give them the feedback as a whole.
Wait, no.
To get something like that. But I think as a community we have to what?
The Skype froze for me for a second.
Yeah, it froze for a second.
Yeah, everything froze.
Yeah. Sorry, Big. Can you rewind like 10 seconds?
As a community, we just have to stay focused and to try to push what we want and literally on the forums, on YouTube, on Twitch, so our voices are heard. And I mean, like, that's all you can do. Like,
yes,
that's all you can do. Yeah. Literally, I mean, like, anything else would be crazy if you do anything more. Like, that's all you can do. Like, that's all I'm doing. You know. That's it. Like that's all you can do is just until the point you get enough PS miles to say YOLO. I'll be back when you do something that I wanted to do, and that might be the point.
Present you with this trophy. Speech.
Wait, where'd you get that?
I'm just gonna put this through the camera.
Oh, he's got a robe on.
I always wear a robe.
Hey,
okay.
That's
but I'm just gonna say it. I'm giving you this.
Got a tour, a setup tour.
This is yours now. Okay.
Thank you so much, dude.
Okay,
that means a lot.
Okay, I'm presenting this to Bic for community initiative, saving Guild Wars 2. One rapid fire at a time, baby. Okay.
Let me give you a
one celestial avatar. Bro. Okay. At a time.
Let me tell you. I'm gonna give you a present too. Okay.
Do it.
Shove it up your ass.
Another wig.
Shove it up your ass. Shove it up your ass. I don't want that trophy. I
Wait,
don't want that trophy. I want conquest out the game. I want conquest out the game. I want War of the Spoiled changes. I want 2v2. I want 3v3. Shove that trophy up your ass. Easy. Let's move on. Easy, baby.
Was it like the alien thing coming out of your chest?
No, I learned that in 5th grade.
All
right.
Stuck with you.
Oh my god. He's rejected the memes. He's rejected it. But
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what. Dude, okay. Can we have a little break? We're pausing tea time. Deroir, when I asked you to come on tea time, were you expecting this?
No. No. I definitely was not. I mean, I saw the last tea time with Bick, and I fully enjoyed that. That was fire shit. But oh god, it's yes, it's spice.
But no, Bick is completely right, man. Like we have to promote this shit. Okay,
yes.
We got to promote it hard. As a community, we got to get behind World vs. World. If you're a World vs. World player, start streaming. If you're a World vs. World enthusiast, post about it, tell people, share it around. When these announcements come, guys, and they're actually confirmed, guys, you know how much shit? Do you know how much bullshit ArenaNet got for the mount licensing? Dude, fucking borderline relevant YouTubers like Jim Sterling made videos about, okay? Imagine if it got the same amount of attention. Imagine if alliances in World vs. World got as much attention as fucking 400 gem mount licenses.
You're forgetting the fact that positive news doesn't sell as good as negative news.
Oh, great. Okay, right. Okay, that's when you mix it. That's when you mix stuff in. Okay, this is when you mix stuff in. You say that the alliances are like promoting violence or something. Like racial hatred.
Yes.
Yes. Say that World vs. World. Yes.
Buttons you gotta hit.
Say that World vs. World alliances make people hate each other.
We're definitely getting banned now. After this one, we're getting banned.
Yeah.
Because think about it, okay?
We're all losing our channel.
Because people would form into their tribes, okay? They go into their tribes, their alliances. They form cults, and they develop hatred for each other.
Yeah.
I'm hiding this time.
You gotta spin the whole guild wars.
That will get some drama going, boys. That will get some drama, okay?
I'm hiding my.
That's what you want to do, dude.
What up?
I'm hiding.
Happening.
Yeah.
I'm definitely hiding.
Just say
you got a random alliance.
Just post about the drama. Post about all like just post the map chat, dude. Post the map chat.
Yeah.
Okay. People form alliances. They start hating each other, dude. They start hating on each other. They start flaming each other. And do it like people form like they make little huts and they sit in their little huts and try and like commit war against each other and like try and genocide each other. That'd be fucking hype, dude. And then you bait people into the game by convincing people that it's actually real, but it's actually complete fake news because Guild Wars 2 is actually pretty friendly.
Even the enemies are friendly. What episode of TeaTime is this? How many of these have we done?
Dude, a lot of TeaTimes. Well, no, 8. Okay, it's only wait, hang on. Today it is February. TeaTime started on April 20th or something like that. So this is nearly the 2-year anniversary of TeaTime, boys. Some crazy shit.
Have you rounded the 100th then? No. That's just around the corner then.
Yeah, it should be pretty soon.
If you've had one every week since
missed
April,
a few of them though.
Yeah, that's not.
Well, it's been a good 90 episodes because Twitch is about to ban us.
Yeah, we're done. Well, I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's actually happening. I'm not viewing. No, listen.
Hanks did nothing wrong.
I'm not
Don't
accusing.
I'm
not accused. Listen, guys. I'm not accusing ArenaNet of actually stirring this like fucked shit. Okay, I'm just saying that the media should report on it that way so the game gets attention. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay, we don't have to actually do that. We don't actually have to start hate. We don't actually want to. We don't actually create this environment where the servers, the alliances, want to exterminate each other. We just say that. Okay, we hype it up a bit. We exaggerate. There's a little bit of hyperbole on it. Okay, boys. Okay.
I don't know if that's hype.
But really, we keep it PG. We keep it PG, guys. This is guys. Everyone knows that Guild Wars 2 is a positive mental attitude, family-friendly game. Okay, if you guys can't handle that, get the fuck out. Okay, look at these streams. Look at the streams we have. We got this stream. We got Big Stream. We got Angels, Frosty, all very family-friendly, very positive. Okay, very positive mental attitude. Okay, so we just keep that up. Okay.
Gotcha.
That's what we do.
Can I say something to this community?
Okay.
I'm turning 30 years old, and I know I joke a lot, but April 1st I'm turning 30 years old, and
okay.
My dad is turning 60.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad's been a truck driver for all his life, and I put a lot of time into Guild Wars 2, and I put a lot of time into Twitch. Unfortunately, I am blessed, and I'm also cursed to like this game, because this game, when it comes to Twitch, it's not going to get me where I want to be when it comes to full-time streaming, etc. But it is doing something that's getting me helping me forget about everyday problems. And as much as I hate to love to hate Guild Wars 2, it's still the community that I serve, a community that I've grown for almost the last 3 years. And I think it got to the point where I actually forgot about my real life, and I had to slow down and go to my father, smack his bald head and tell him I love him, and I tell him, sorry for being a bad son and not being there, because I've been so focused on everything else. And I think that with Tea Time, I saw it in his eyes yesterday. He talks, especially all the streamers. Like, I feel like as streamers, we have to appreciate not only this game because it brings us together, but also we have to appreciate the amount of effort that I think we as small streamers that we put in, and also amount of time you guys put into our channel, because you guys put a tremendous amount of time into our channel. And I want to thank every single one of you guys, because you guys literally, like, this community is so small, but you guys choose to watch us instead of the big time bullies that are funnier than us. I would say funnier than me or this Pink Lips over there. And I want to thank you. I really want to thank you guys. I want to thank you for the growth that. I'm sorry for the growth. That
I'm sorry you feel inadequate compared to other streamers, Vic. Truly, I am. Okay.
But I want to thank you guys for the amount of growth that you've given me. TeaTime, Inks, Deroir. I don't really know who he is, so I can't think for him. But I want to tell you that I'm going to do everything possible to continue not only promoting Guild Wars 2, but I will try to bring other people into this game through other revenues of checking out other games. But I tell you what, I make my promise this: I will always revisit Guild Wars 2. If I decide to take a break from Guild Wars 2, I will always remember this community that helped me get to a place where I'm actually nowhere. But at least it got me to the platform where I can go somewhere. And I really appreciate every single one of you guys.
Wait.
And I know TeaTime.
How many times have you rage quit this game, Vic?
75 times, and I come back every single time. But I tell you what, this is the mature Vic. This is, if I ever decide to take a break, I promise you that this community I will not turn my back on. This community helped me get to where I'm at, and I will never forget that. And I tell you what, I've been immature other times where I've said, fuck Guild Wars 2, I'm so fucking mad. That madness is honestly a lot of passion that I put into this time, and a lot of passion that I want repaid through patches that I see the game the way I see it. And sometimes I'm getting my way and I fucking lose it. But I tell you what, I'm going to stop being immature about it, and I'm just going to take patch after patch. If I don't like it, I'm going to take a step back and say, you know what, I'm going to go play a single player game and come back when I'm refreshed. And I think that's the only way to deal with Guild Wars 2 and the current system that we have right now, because I don't agree with half the shit that we have in PvP, nor do I agree with Warverse World. I actually find it disrespectful to go into Warverse World and be completely empty in my time zone. I don't see how developers would do that, but I'll tell you what, instead of rage quitting, uninstalling the game, I'm going to take a step back, go play some Witcher 3, and come back when it's refreshed. You know what I'm saying? And I think everyone.
We need a bigger trophy, guys. We need a bigger trophy for the State of the Union to get its proper.
Trophy? That was a weird speech. I mean,
thanks for the growth.
That's basically what basically what you just said. There's that we're all shit.
Thanks for
but thanks
growth.
for the
thanks
content.
For all the fish.
I mean
yeah.
What is that? What? I'm sorry. What did I say?
I said thanks for my growth.
No, man. You guys are so damn negative. What do you guys? I just
no. What is it, dude? Your entire speech was just negative. You were just saying that we're all trash, dude. Come on.
You said you were trash yesterday.
What are you talking about? I'm saying like the casuals are trash, dude. Yeah.
I didn't say you said it. I agree with you. That's what I said.
That's what I say, dude. But I'm saying
I nodded. I didn't say you nodded.
Dude, these are some tasty fish. Like, you say thanks for the fish, but that's some good fish, man. Some good fish.
You want to debate, bro?
Yeah. Debate?
Let's want to go, Pink Lips?
Yeah. You want to debate me, boy? You want to debate me? I destroyed you in debate the first time, Vic.
Want to go, bro?
I fucked you up in debate, okay? And then what happened? My boy Bladicus comes in. He ruins you on Revenant. He demolishes you on Hammer Rev. Okay, that's what we do here. Okay, we end Bick in debate. Okay.
Jeez.
But I don't know. What would we even debate about? Like, what are we talking about exactly?
This guy's a dick.
After Ink said that he was getting all that growth, I kind of lost it there.
Inks is a big boy. Okay.
Boy.
If you look at obviously you can't see it. You can't see it in the camera here because you can't really see the height in the camera. But actually, Inks is actually 15 feet tall. Gonna say that?
Yep, it's true.
He is.
I'm sitting on the floor right now
because he has engorged himself on soy.
Engorged. Oh, brother.
I want to thank you guys. I really do want to thank you. I really want to thank this community. Honestly, you guys have, through all the immaturity shit that I've done on Twitch, you guys have stuck by me and stuck by this game. And I'll tell you what, I look back and I look at this half the shit I do, and I'm like, holy crap, how the fuck do you guys still watch me or even fucking allow me to stream still? And you guys do it. I like I said, thank you so much, guys. Like all bullshit. You guys for a small community put up with a lot of shit. A lot of shit. We have a lot of drama, especially my channel. We have a lot of fucking drama. You guys put up with that shit. Thank you so much. And I'll tell you what, this guy right here, this man right here, Teapot, he does a great fucking job. And I'll tell you what, he's fucking thankful for what you guys have done and help him grow. And Inks too, man. I mean, follow his Twitter. But like I said, man, you guys as a community, you guys honestly have stuck next to each other like glue and what is it, paper? I think glue and paper, yeah. And I want to thank you guys 100 times.
Yeah, 100. That's real. That's real. Community in this game is what keeps it going. At the end of the day, the reason Guild Wars 2 has got as far as it is because of the community, and the reason it's still going. And yeah, the community is great. It's one of the best things about it. That's why I think it's good. It's one of the best things about this game is the community and all the the kind of the content people involved. Right? We got that quality Twitch content, dude. We got that quality Twitch content and that YouTube stuff as well. We got quality memes. I don't know where this is going either, Iron Bolt. I don't really know what the hell's going on. We're just rolling with it. At the end of the day, we're just going with it. Just seeing where it takes us.
Basically every tea time, just rolling with it.
Yeah, just rolling with it. Just seeing what's going on, dude.
It's funny how I stopped being toxic and I thank somebody and somebody wants to say where we're going with this. I just said thank you, man. Just say you're welcome. That's it, bro. Just say you're welcome, homie. That's it.
You're welcome.
People aren't used to it. People aren't used to not being toxic, dude. That's so used to toxicity.
That's it, man. Just say yo, you're welcome, Bick, and I'll be thankful for that.
Yeah.
Hallelujah, bro.
Let's all be friends.
Yeah. That's all it is, man. I can sing Amazing Grace if you want me to, baby.
No, that's okay.
It's all right. It's all right. I think we'll just don't worry. I'll let you know.
All right.
It's all about world peace. It's about Guild Wars peace, guys. Okay, we should have a pacifist day in World vs. World. Let's all just walk past each other and smile.
Yeah. Again, I think that was a thing. Like
it was
2
a
years
bug.
ago or something.
That was a bug.
PvE is pacifist day every day.
Yeah. What about all the innocent creatures that get killed though every day?
They're not innocent.
Well, the level 1 rabbit that gets brutally murdered, but
I mean that fucking daredevil that snipes me from his stealth is not innocent either. I mean.
Wait, the daredevil. Wait, what? That sniped you? You mean what? Brazil's build? Brazil's build, like the full berserker infiltrator rune, Shadow Arts.
Jesus.
Yeah, Deadeye.
I hate. Yeah, Deadeye. That was the thing.
Deadeye.
That was the word.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting the name Deadeye. No joke. Because I see them around. So. Anyways, huh?
Where are we? Where should we go now, guys? What are we going to talk about?
I don't know.
We kind of just went off all the way to the side here, and I'm a little lost now. I'm a little bamboozled as to what we're supposed to talk about now.
I can always give us a commercial with the song.
Just do it.
I mean, just do it.
Just do it. Okay, sell us Guild Wars 2, Bick. Sell me Guild Wars 2 right now.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you to do me a favor though?
Okay.
Could you play the song in the background?
Wait.
At the same time while I sing to it?
Maybe. Can you link it in chat actually? Can you link it in the chat?
I just did.
Oh wait. Can you link it in Twitch chat though? In Twitch chat?
Yeah. That's fine.
Let me find that shit. All right. Okay. All right. Tell me when you want me to play it. So give me a countdown.
I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, go. Okay?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, you're not gonna hear it here though.
No, you won't hear it here, but he's playing it at the same time, I think.
Amazing Guild Wars, your servers are still active. I thought you were done with hot, but you pushed with POF, and the Condi burned my face. But I endured that shit one more patch. Now I am not afraid anymore. I suffered 2 Necros, 2 Mesmers, and a Druid. I am ready for whatever you fuck up next patch, 'cause I'll be there for you and spam. Amazing Guild Wars. I'm so...
How many verses does this have?
Son of a bitch, you ruined everything.
Song's ruined.
You ruined everything.
Wow.
I'm done. I'm never singing again.
Jack, you're welcome.
That was beautiful.
I hate Inks. Don't follow.
Can we get a clap, please? Can we please get a clap?
Thank you, guys.
Clap and chat. Any emote with clap, guys.
I want to let everybody know that I don't have iTunes. I don't have iTunes.
Yeah,
I don't have any recording devices. All of that was in my natural voice.
No recording devices? What's that in front of your face?
My it's not iTunes though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not iTunes. If it was iTunes, it sounded a little bit better. Thank you, guys.
You got a SoundCloud? Are you releasing a mixtape anytime soon, Vic?
We need that sick mixtape, dude. The fire mixtape.
Get on your knees and res me, homie. I'm dead.
Ooh.
Big on fire.
That's the name of the mixtape?
No, that's my one of my rhyme, baby.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good. That's fire, dude.
We need it. We need that mixtape.
Yeah, we don't need that mixtape. But
you get your ass in PvP and do some goddamn PvP for a year straight.
PvP? Yeah. Well, I thought we were abandoning PvP. We're going for World versus World now.
Deroir, he needs to do some goddamn PvP. Easy.
Okay. All right, in that case, I'll tell you what. Seeing as we're talking about this, and we were saying that we're going to flame ArenaNet if they don't do this, how should they market the alliance? When alliances come around, how are they going to market it? What's the best way to go about that? If you were head of marketing, Bick, what would
should
you
they do, or what will they do?
What should they do?
Give us a 30-second trailer and
okay, right, okay.
In the background.
Let's just get you can get Inks and Bick. We can tell us how to market Guild Wars 2.
What I would do is I would make another commercial on the people that got married, and I would say they broke up. The girl is single. Go to Forbes World and get her.
Yeah, they go to what, dude, and they're the head. They are now the head of 2 alliances. Okay, they hate each other. It was a bad breakup, dude. It wasn't good. Oh, it was bad. It was messy, dude. It wasn't good. It was It was a bit of a yikes situation. Okay, they start making a massive clan. Okay, like boom, they start claiming shit. They make a 500-man strong alliance just to hash it out over this shitty relationship breakup, dude. They start smashing into each other. 3 Borderlands all at the same time. Okay, 3 Borderlands. Okay, 80v 80v 80 on every single one, okay? And finally, one of them, it's like a divorce, dude. And then finally, one of them emerges victorious, like covered in blood, like the bodies of thousands of players underneath of them, like impaling their ex on a spike, okay? In the middle of Stone Mist Castle, dude, okay? Like that is a fucking ad for Guild Wars 2, boys, seriously. So then it's relationship counseling, dude, okay? Sort out your problems.
Do you really
Don't take it in the real world. Don't take it in the real world, dude. Put it in the game, okay? Sort out your problems in the game, okay? Seriously. You got a disagreement,
all right.
Who wins in World versus World wins. It's like some Judge Judy shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? But instead of a judge, it's World versus World, okay? So suppose you got a disagreement, okay? You think someone stole your fucking your spaghetti or something. Instead of having any kind of trial, boom, you just fight each other in World versus World. Whoever wins gets the spaghetti.
Inks, your turn, buddy.
Yeah, Inks, you're up.
Unbeatable.
I don't know if I can outmarket that one. I mean,
you never could, Inks. That's why you're quiet up there. You never could, bro.
I think that they should And how do you market World vs. World Alliance?
Do we go for the standard 30-second trailer or?
No, I mean,
do they actually? I would want them to run more of a longer term campaign kind of deal, where they kind of outline the things in different video forms, shareable video forms, something that's easy for players to share with other friends and whatnot. Like throw them a bone. Like, here, this is the next thing that's coming for World vs. World. There's something cool here. Whatnot, like 5 videos, 10, not 10 is way too much. Something that kind of gets, yeah, sure, it's boring, but it's what we like. It's what marketing is most of the time. The alternative is that you make a CGI trailer and you throw that shit out, and everything just
doesn't work.
Falls to the floor. It doesn't work like that. CGI trailers does not really sell unless they're Blizzard quality. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I think there needs to be a couple of short videos that they make that touch on different aspects of alliances. I mean, I think when they release alliances, they should do more than just alliances. There should be a balanced rework at the same time. There should be perhaps extra rewards added or something.
Cool new fucking legendary ring. Let's go.
I think they should do like Call of the Mists for World vs. World weekends or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So you have a couple of different features to talk about and sort of bring those into advertisement. I was going to say hit packs and stuff, depending on when it's being released, but it's really hard to sort of, I think, showcase World vs. World at a PAX event.
I have a answer.
Okay.
So
is it better
everybody,
than the last?
Yeah, the last one was a meme. Okay, Noxic, I fed you that one. Okay, Noxic, you take that one, bro. Easy.
Yeah. Stole my spaghetti.
Easy.
What?
Nothing. But so everybody starts this game in a solo basis, okay? So you bring the human into the World vs. World scene. He has a sword and a shield because most players, you know, the warriors, whatever, okay? Sword and shield. And then he gets attacked by a small gang. Okay? You still with me?
Okay.
As he gets attacked by a small gang, he gets downed and about to be stabbed. As he's about to be stabbed, the Alliance comes behind him and saves him and eliminates the other enemy. Now they res him and they shake hands.
Yep.
They ask him to join his Alliance. Mm-hmm. Now he's no longer part of just a small team. He's part of an Alliance that's fighting the same players almost took his life. He's part of a big, massive fight that's going to take place in the next 2 days. And because at that moment, at that time, he was there, he was able to join that massive coalition to fight those people that almost stabbed him.
They did that with the original release video.
Well, fucking do it again, and it worked the first time. Let's work the second time.
No, it didn't work the first time.
It totally
with some real talk. With some real talk. I think they just need some pretty basic stuff. Like start showing. I don't know. Like could conventional ads like the shitty text ads work? Everyone runs ad block, right? No one's gonna see that shit. No one's gonna see that shit.
You know what? I think it was better than Mr. D's up there.
Wow. Well, honestly, I know, dude. I think all of these things are viable ways to go. But also, I mean, we definitely need some kind of epic montage. Okay, we need various scenes with camera hack because ArenaNet have camera hack, so they can get really good views of stuff. Okay, so they can like views of battles, people running at each other and stuff like that. They should probably integrate guild halls into this. We bring guild halls back for alliances, make that pretty hype, okay? And then you see that, but you also, I know this is really not the case that you have to bait people into this, guys. You show the cool siege shit, guys, okay? Siege is AIDS in this game. However, it looks cool when you're firing trebuchets at stuff, guys, okay? It looks fucking cool when you're firing the trebs. You got the catapults, you got the rams, you got 50 golems running at something, dude. That looks sick. It looks cool. You got the shield generators. You have the epic orchestral memes going, okay? And then it's just exciting. Boom. You just make it exciting. You make it look cool. You make it look like a revamp. Just say that the game is godlike now. It's like a revolution. A revolution in realm versus realm combat. Show the epic fights. Show don't get rid of the fucking scourge circles. Please, ArenaNet, seriously, just disable it in World versus World. It looks horrible. It looks terrible. Why did you do that? I don't like it. A living world level trailer, yeah, something like that, right? Except it's World versus World, and I don't know, show tower lords, show like towers and stuff, like show all this cool siege stuff, like show all the fights, all that stuff. Like that's the hype part of World versus World.
Golems running in and all that kind of
golems,
stuff.
Yeah. Honestly, just make it look Make it look very chaotic and kind of weird. Like, I know this is obviously never how it goes down, but have like golems fighting players as well. You know what I mean? Like, have like in an open world fight, there's also a bunch of siege golems in there as well or something. You know, and they've got arrow carts set up, and they got catapults firing at players, or they got catapults firing players.
I think with all of these ideas, they seem really funny and really good, but I think this is going to look really boring. I think the first idea with the whole breakup and making alliances would be better. Like, honestly, like if we're going to go down this path, just the breakup is honestly just the better role, because I think if they do half the stuff that you guys are talking about, it just looks like Zergling, and Zergling most people.
But it feels epic.
It looks epic. It looks epic, man.
The thing is, what we want is not to sell it to the already playing players. We want to sell it to new players. We need new players. We need to show the epic shit. We don't want to show a breakup between two fictional people.
Here's
Yeah, she bought it. He thought it was being serious.
Here's a question. When they go to sell Crowfall and they go to sell Camelot Unchained, what are they going to show players to sell it? It's going to be the same thing, right? Epic battles, epic sieges, tons of players fighting at the same time. No. That's what's going to sell those games to people. So, I mean, that's basically the same thing you need to sell.
You have to sell the story, dude. Because we already have the sieges here. I mean, yes, you know why it's going to...
Yeah, but a new player doesn't know that.
And you Camelot Unchained is going to... Dude, and you Camelot Unchained, people are going to buy it because they want to jump into it because they haven't done it yet. We have to sell the story on what's changed. Like, you have to show what's changing through a story so people understand that you're no longer just Zergling. You're doing it part of a team, part of an alliance.
Yeah, but don't make it a weird, cringy meme thing with like a breakup. At least
no.
I know
that was a joke.
But still, you want to focus on the guilds and the alliances. Then you kind of want to make it. Yeah. Like, if you want to emphasize the story, you want to make it actually viable.
But you have to worry about the story first. The story has to sell. The sieges, the blood, the chaos, the war, the slaying, all of that's going to come with it. But as long as you show the story behind what you
in that case, we need guild functionality. We need guild functionality then. So we need to just show like a stone mist getting claimed by an alliance. Show people like defending the walls. Perfect. You know, show people like building these structures up. Then they need to make it more they should alter. Well, maybe they don't even have to do that. They can just need to show it like that, right? They can just make it look like that. But you know, make it look like capturing these things is big, impactful, right? It's got an impact. Show stuff about guild halls. Show people fighting in guild halls. Hey. That might be a thing. Hey, guys. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Let's get some guild wars. Let's get some guild wars going. You know what I'm saying? Like have every member of the guild, every member of the fight, like in this big fight, have them all wearing the guild armor, right? So they've got the emblem, right? They got the emblem on the shield as well, and on the stave and on the weapons, right? Like show off all the guild stuff. Make it look like make it look like two kind of old timey, you know, like medieval armies, like smashing into each other, all in uniform, dude. That would be fucking sick, dude. Fucking hype as fuck, dude. Holy shit.
The thing is, the story with World vs. World is a lot more subjective than, say, the Alliance versus Horde in World of Warcraft. That's much easier to market in a trailer than a subjective feeling of like this alliance, this group of people versus this group of people versus this other, like these millions groups of people. It's a hard story to sell unless you really do it.
I
justice,
have to disagree with you so much. You should be called Alice and I'll be called Wonderland because we're against each other today. Listen, man, this is the thing, man. Alliance and Horde is a boring story. Two races,
but it's a simple story. It's easy to marketable.
It is not, dude. But let me tell you something. When you take the power from that shitty little, you know, black versus white story where you're like
good versus evil.
Yeah, pretty much. Good versus evil, and you're put it into a story where you know the outcome. The outcome is going to be someone's going to die. But when you put that fire away from that fictional that story that everybody knows, to where you give the power back to the people. Actually, can I show you a video? Is it possible I can show a video? Because this is already actually done, and it's being done in EVE Online. It's already done.
You want to show yeah, I know the video you're talking about.
Butterfly effect.
Wait, what? Oh no, the butterfly effect. I thought you were talking about like the trailer for EVE Online. There's a fucking godlike trailer for EVE Online.
It's called the butterfly effect. It's called the butterfly effect.
Is it? Are you not? What about This Is Eve? Are you not talking about like This Is Eve? The uncensored 2014 one, dude. That's fucking sick.
That is the best. That's exactly what it's trying. Because what you're saying is we're taking away the power from that, fictional, evil versus good or good versus evil kind of thing, and we're putting it towards you people. We're going to let you guys do your politics. We're going to let you guys fight it out. We're going to let you guys build this alliance and kingdom. And that's so much easier to market because you're giving the people the power to be able to do this. And something that we don't have in Guild Wars 2. We don't have power in Guild Wars 2. We just basically have this game where we run around, we pick curbs, and then we just basically move on. And we don't really have any power. Like, we don't have any of those, other than just working the market. We don't have any like the guilds that really influence anything at all. But being able to influence a war, that's huge. That's pretty much what other MMOs have done and have lasted only because of that. That's pretty much what Black Desert is. And I think that's one of the main reasons the Black Desert is probably active is because of that scene. But EVE Online has been active for like 15 fucking years, and they never focused on factions or they always focused on the aspect of alliances, and they're still fighting the wars till this day. They're still fighting
alliances. Money to be made in EVE Online though.
Wait, what?
Inksway was gonna come with some damn.
Don't they sell the currency or something like that in EVE Online?
If there's a will, there's a way. Inks, yes, there's a will, there's a way.
I thought there was cash or something to be made by playing EVE Online or something, Plex or whatever the hell it's called. I don't play EVE Online.
Well, I mean, can you? I'm not sure if you can trade it for real money, or can you? I don't know. I think you can definitely buy a subscription with in-game currency.
Used to back in the day, but they've changed everything around.
Oh shit. Okay.
They've changed everything around EVE Online. I just think that marketing the power to the people and taking it away from like server to server. Like the problem with War vs. World is it always like, well, what's it doing? What are we doing in War vs. World? Why are we fighting each other? But now it's clear we're fighting because our guild is fighting another guild, and we're fighting in this alliance called the Snake Alliance, and we're fighting the snake. We're fighting the Snake Alliance versus the
Honey Badger
Alliance. But we're all in this guild together, what I'm saying, fighting this evil. What I'm saying? It's not really evil, it's just the opposing force. And it makes a lot more sense than just War vs. World, because you're just running around and taking keeps. Why are you taking keeps over? Now you know why, because you have to defeat the guild and the alliance,
Yeah. And I think maybe some changes to World vs. World could help with that. Why not make capturing things more impactful, right? What could we do? How could we make capturing stuff in World vs. World matter in Guild Wars 2?
I really think it's somebody else chance. I'm sorry, I've been talking too much. I'm sorry.
Were you gonna answer that question? Or,
yeah, I was gonna.
All right, well, go ahead then.
I always felt that taking a small I don't know what you guys call it, keep, I guess, tower, the small tower.
Yeah.
Always felt so rewarding with a small group. It always felt so rewarding being able to go in there with like less than 10 people and take it over. Like, it felt so fucking good. It felt so bad when I went in there with 50 people and then we just ran it over. We killed it just didn't feel rewarding. And I personally, if I had the power, I would make the maps a lot bigger, and I would put small keeps in the map, but at the same time make sure that those camps that we take over solo are a lot more abundant, so players break up and have to be able to cover more bases than just zerg into one area and basically take 2 areas or 3 areas and take it over. I would make the maps a bit bigger, and I would allow the opposing force to, once they take over a keep, to have a lockout timer for so-and-so until they can attack again, to make these things more meaningful and resource requirements.
I don't know. I personally feel like it needs to go in a different direction. I feel like increasing the size, increasing the frequency of the caps or whatnot is not really the way to go. I feel like it's all about incentivizing through rewards make players feel like they're getting something except for just world XP from capping something.
We just saw Cinder delete his rewards. Why would we go back towards that again though?
Because not everyone in this game is like Sind. That's the thing. There's a reason why Sind becomes better at PvP than most players. It's because he cares about the glory and not the reward.
But if the end game is deleting your loot, then why would anybody strive to go ahead and delete their loot? If the top player is deleting his loot, why would you want to get to that level?
Because it's not the end game for everyone. It's not the end game for everyone to delete their things.
But if John is the best and he's deleting stuff, I want to delete my stuff too.
Wait, well, what if you
go for it?
No. You're gonna jump off a cliff as well.
Just send it to me, but you can delete it if you want.
No, it's the thing is like, no. A lot of players in this game, whether you want to admit it or not, are driven by rewards. It's the reason why World vs. World had such a massive influx of players recently. It's because it had a lot great rewards restructuring. PvP had a lot of players influx as well. They disappeared as well. The moment the rewards were half-assed. We are driven by rewards as MMO players. A lot of us are. And I feel like if you incrementally increase the reward, the risk and reward of both defending and capturing, you gain more of the fucking what are they called? The world XP, the daily potions you get. Say you take a tower, you get a mini one of those. If you defend the tower, you get 2. You have to make it a push-pull mechanic so that people want to be incentivized to actually defend shit and get shit for it instead of just useless world XP. And you want people to feel like they're pushing through and taking that extra camp will get them something extra instead of just useless world XP. The thing is, like, when there's no glory to get in World vs. World, when the actual final score at the end of the week doesn't really matter to the vast majority of the players playing it, it's more about the personal gain or personal advancement, then you need to incentivize players through those methods.
Okay, so I don't disagree with you. And listen, I want to clear the fact. I was kidding about the whole Cinder does it. I'm gonna do it too. Like, I was kidding. That was a joke. That was me just giving this guy a hard time. Okay, it still has to be fun a little bit. We can't just sit here with ties and collars and briefcases and pretend we're lawyers, because we're not. We're just we're talking about a video game. So let's keep it fun. Okay. Now, second, I agree with you, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you make a bigger map, I'm not saying make a bigger map on every map. I'm saying literally delete the maps and make a bigger map. Put people, like, I love deleting things. I love it.
Yeah.
That's it. I love it.
But
the thing is, Inks does too, man. Inks loves that shit.
You delete that shit, because the thing is, you already have 3 maps. Delete those maps and make them bigger and make everybody under one map. And that's what I'm saying. Incentivize good behavior of trying to get better by capturing keeps and actually getting resources, and winning means you get loot to capture those resources. Once you capture that loot, then you're locked out for, let's say, 24 hours before you can battle for that loot again. And the guilds will have to strategize on who to alliance with to be able to take over that keep again. It's not about just, we took over the keep, collect the loot. Oh, that was easy. That was fun. Let's move on. No, it's about, like, yo, this is real life. Like, we have to win this or we're going to lose our resources. It has to be something about like that, It can't just be like, you see I'm going?
Yeah, I see that shit, dude. I think that's true. I think they have to make it more intense. But I do agree with Deroir as well, though. I think you guys are both right. Right? I think you're both right. I think when you take a tier 3 keep, okay, or tier 3 stonemason, tier 3 keep, there should be an epic reward, right? There should be whoa! You took a structure that's really hard to take, and to avoid the nightcap fiesta, maybe make it so that like the longer it took you to it's so abusable. Trouble is, World vs. was really abusable.
Yeah.
But make it like the more people that died in the keep while it was being sieged will give you a bigger reward. But then again, that's going to get abused. But fuck it, come on. Just because people are going to abuse this stuff does not mean they should put it in the game so that the legitimate players can have fun, right? Like, I think it would be I think it would. I think it's good to have both of these. You should feel like it impacts the game mode in the gameplay, like taking tier 3 stuff, defending tier stuff. That should impact the gameplay as well, which is where Bick is coming from here, right? But I think Deroir is right as well by saying that there should be rewards for doing this stuff, right? You should be rewarded for doing this stuff. And playing the objectives. You should get bonus rewards instead of, like, you get pretty kind of paltry stuff right now in World of Warcraft. Like, the rewards are a bit kind of But so buff the fuck out of it, okay, for taking stuff and defending stuff, obviously, but also make it feel important, right? Have a very tangible bonus, right, to holding these structures, right? Have holding these structures. Make it feel good. Like, I don't know, maybe if you hold a tower, it will. I don't know. You could have some weird, like, if you have a tower, it will produce a golem. The golem, you can assign like you can have a tower can have a factory on it, or like a keep can make siege for you or something, or it can make things to attack things, stuff like that, or maybe just have I don't know. I know people might not like this, people might really hate this, but why not have kind of some like weird RTS elements in there as well? Like, you can like send out NPC armies, like, the mercenaries in EB. I have it like that, so you can send out mercenaries to go and attack stuff for you or something like that. I don't know. Let's send out NPCs. Like, make it feel a little bit like these structures do stuff, right? Like, maybe so the structures actually have some kind of purpose instead of just looking pretty and giving you points, right? Like, points are great, don't get me wrong. I love points, but make it affect the gameplay more than it does, right? Like, if you see that your opponent has that tier 3 tower, you've got to look at that and see, fuck. We have to. We got to do something about this. Like, this is terrible. They're going to take us out with this tower. This tower is going to be a disaster for us if it stays there, right? It's got to feel important. And I need to think about this, actually. There's some kind of interesting. I think this is something that really needs to be thought about. I think there could be some really cool ideas.
I never zerged. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like they genuinely should just experiment. Before the whole alliance change and everything, I feel like they have this opportunity right now to experiment a little bit with the rewards back and forth and like the different systems surrounding everything in World versus World. The moment the alliance shit hits, that all needs to be settled, more or less, or at least come out at the same time. I feel like they have a golden opportunity right now to just test the players. Give us something.
They have to want. There has to be a stronger balance between wanting to keep a piece of property, tower, keep, whatever, versus wanting to take it. And that doesn't really exist currently. Yeah. People just sort of trade them around. I mean, I guess if you really care about PPT, which a lot of servers don't, then you care about it. But otherwise, it feels like there's not a whole lot of fighting over those resources necessarily.
One thing I genuinely want to see with the alliance system is that we get some meaningful alliance rewards, not personal player rewards, but alliance rewards for actually winning a skirmish against another alliance. Say you get like at the spawn point, your home server or your home border or whatever. At the spawn point, you have like this trophy area.
Yeah, an alliance trophy room. I was just about to say that
shit. Trophy area.
Oh yeah, trophy room. Oh yeah. That prestige, dude.
Boy. Incremental trophies that build up or whatnot become bigger, something like that. I want to see that so bad.
Yeah.
I want the alliance to feel like they want to fill this trophy room. I want players to feel like PPT matters because they want those trophies. They want their alliance to look fucking ace.
Yes.
I want that badly.
And you can definitely put loot in there as well. You can definitely make it so winning is good.
I mean,
definitely so winning is good, but also prestige. There should be prestige. If you join an alliance and you see that fat trophy cabinet, boys, you see that they have destroyed fools. Okay, you should be proud of that. It should be like a really awesome thing. Like, everyone should know. Like, you can show off those trophies. Maybe, definitely. I completely agree with you, man. That's some fucking real shit.
I think you guys are doing a really good job talking about this, but I think you also don't forget the smaller players that don't want to be Zerglings. I think those players need to also have some sort of reward system for flipping camps, some sort of recognition, and then I've destroyed the supply route from this guy, sabotaging the supply route, etc. Like, supply routes have to mean something to guilds. It has to mean your resources. Supply routes are, I would say, the heart of EVE Online. When it comes down to alliances, if you guys anybody ever played EVE Online here, like literally without the freight, without the big the freight, the haulers, there will be no wars. So Guild Wars 2 has to focus to make sure that the supply runs, the supply routes aren't done by NPCs, but are actually done by players. This is something that Guild Wars 2 I think offers, because when I have a clip where I'm literally screaming, saying, "Let go of the Doliac." A player is just protecting the Doliac, but the Doliac really doesn't do anything. It's just an NPC. But if you involve players to have to run the supplies to make sure that they get their convoy there through carriages, etc., it would make the environment feel a lot more real and not as so unrealistically.
Well, that used to be a thing, though.
What's up?
That used to be a thing. Having to escort the yaks and stuff.
Well, the thing is,
it still is.
With the escorting the yaks, I mean, the thing is, if the game, the only reason that doesn't happen that much, and it does happen actually on servers that care about winning the PPT, because it's actually incredibly important. It is incredibly important, right? It is incredibly important. But the thing is, no one cares right now because because no one cares. So, sorry, I mean, no one gives a fuck, and that's why no one does that. But if suddenly it was important to win and people did care about winning for prestige, for memes, okay, then it would become relevant.
Yeah, the thing is, nobody cares about escorting the Doliac because supply doesn't matter, because the towers don't really matter for anything other than PPT.
Yeah.
The moment you make PPT actually matter for the common player, they will care about transporting that fucking Doliac.
And increase
you
have
to change the bigger issue before people start caring about the details. And there's a lot of issues involved with the Doliacs in general. Also, on the topic of like, yes, we need to reward the single players of the smaller groups and whatnot. That's why I'm strongly in favor of defense and smaller defense events in general have about double the reward as any offensive play would have. So you would want to be inside that tier 3 tower defending it, because it's going to give you double the reward of what the players that are actually attacking the tower would be getting. Right now you're getting world XP for defending it, and you're keeping your PPT. That's it. You want to incentivize players to stay on point because it's worth it.
I feel like more people, and maybe this is just me, but I feel like more people cared a lot more when there was actually seasons and tournaments to place in.
I think alliances will kind of bring that back.
Thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and they've talked about it to some extent, right? But I think like that's going to solve a number of these problems that we've been talking about for a while here.
Yeah, you're completely right. If they bring back a proper competition that people want to win and want to do well in, you're going to have that. And I definitely think they should bring the seasons back, especially with alliances. With alliances, it makes perfect sense, right? You can even have it automated, like automated tournaments. It would be so amazing if they could do that. It would be actually god tier. I don't know. I really hope they do something like that.
I think War vs. World is it's got enough action in it to where I think everybody can get a piece of the a piece of what they're looking for. Small and Zergs. And I think that with lining up the community to basically having to choose either PvP or War vs. World, I think that if they work on War vs. World to make it a living, like almost like a living world where you need crafters, you need people that need to be in big fights, you need people that are going to be in small. It could literally feel like you're actually part of a living world that requires you to be in it and be able to not only play during peak times, but also do things during off times to ensure that the war continues. And I would much rather have that system, because while my guild is offline, I'm still doing sabotage runs or whatever the hell it is against other small people that are running around trying to defend what I'm trying to sabotage, etc. And I'm still gaining rewards, and I'm still gaining small points or whatever it is that I get through the system, trophies, whatever D says. So I think War vs. World is such a great system, and I think it could be utilized so much. I think simply just by having a winner and a loser through just a simple thing called resources to continue making gold or, again, I emphasizing on resources because without resources, war isn't fought in real life or in game life. Resources can't spawn on you. Like you just can't happen out of nowhere. So you have to fight for those resources. I mean, like you could just be American and print money, but I mean, like realistically, like you still need to build the tanks.
You need to build the walls.
Are you sure they don't just spawn?
You still gotta build the tanks.
You gotta build that wall. Yeah.
And I think and again, this is where you can make the objectives actually matter a bit more, right? Like have. I don't know. You can kind of take it a bit from Edge of the Mist a bit, maybe. Like, have some Edge of the Mist features where, I don't know, if you hold this tower, you can, I don't know, like, teleport around the map by going through a wormhole. Like, this tower makes tanks for you or something. Like, having this keep or this objective. Like, and maybe add different kinds of objectives. Like, on the desert borderland where you can, like, turn into a bird and fly around the map or something. Like, make these structures have strategic value. I mean, they kind of do to a certain extent. You can use them as siege spots. You can siege keeps from towers, stuff like that. And that's really cool. That's really awesome, right? And that is what we need, right? Because if you have this tower, the players will know that it's actually really hard to take this because they can just attack you from the tower without ever leaving it, right? Okay. I think Arena should do some crazy stuff, right? Add more strategic impact to having these structures, dude. I think that would be awesome. I think it would be something really cool to do.
As a player, for me, I get so bored of War vs. World because nothing that I do really matters to me. Like, I get to keep with my friends. Okay, we did it. Good job, guys. And then we just move on and do it again. And it never feels like I actually accomplished anything. It never feels. Even when we only time I actually feel like I did something is when I go out there with 2 people and I take out 6 or 10 people out by ourselves. That feels like, that's when the glory begins. But, I've been having less and less of those fights recently, especially in Path of Fire, because the control came away. In Path of Fire, but Heart of Thorns especially, and then Path of Fire followed. The control came away from my fingers and went into the passives, and the passives played the class for most of these these new builds that came out, especially after vanilla. And I stopped doing War World altogether because the passives would just carry the class, and it was just like, what's the point of even doing it? It sucks, So I stuck with PvP. But I think that if you were to not really worry about that too much, and you were to worry about making the player feel like he's losing something when he actually loses in this game, it would feel so much more rewarding when you actually gain something. And I think that War vs. World needs that. It needs to feel a little bit of a gain and getting of a loss, because when you just PPT, it feels like you're peeing. It's just something you do every day. PPT, I'm peeing. Easy.
Every time you die, you lose a rank.
Man, Inks, come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's
Inks just wants to punish everyone, man. Inks
I just want to see Teapot rage when he loses like 100 ranks in a day because people aren't listening to what he's saying.
I never die, Inks. I never die.
That's okay.
Zero deaths.
The best comment that I've read on Twitch all day is Inks, did Inks fall asleep?
Inks is high energy.
High energy.
No, Inks has just seen so much that nothing phases him anymore. He's completely nonplussed by everything. He sees the world through those jaded eyes. He hates everything. Inks
jaded eyes.
Yeah.
I don't hate everything. I just think that I think ArenaNet is trying to work on the alliance thing, but we're a ways off yet from this, and we don't even have a lot of the details. So I don't know. It's fun to suggest, but in the meantime, we're kind of just waiting in limbo, in World vs. World terms and in PvP terms. I just don't have any good answers. I wish I had good answers. I wish I had good suggestions how to revive it. But what are you doing, Vic?
I was gonna say something when you finish.
Okay.
You're just doing the soy boy face.
I was trying to take my cue in turn.
It always seems to come back to soy on this tea time, guys. I don't know what's going on there.
It started there.
Yeah, it started and it's come full circle.
I was gonna say that if Guild Wars 2 ever did anything that we just talked about tonight, it would be called Guild Wars 3. It would literally be called Guild Wars 3.
What are you talking about?
Well, maybe it's time to make Guild Wars 3, man.
Delete all the maps and do what I talked about. That's Guild Wars 3.
That's
Guild Wars 3.
Because that's
what I talked about.
That's a dumb idea. Deleting the maps is.
You're attacking me. Don't attack me. I feel attacked.
Attack you. I mean, they just don't have. I mean, if you're talking about a logical resource standpoint, creating a new map and all that kind of stuff, it's just not possible. Like in any meaningful, measurable amount of time.
I do want a third map.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a different variety, but
well, I tell you what, if ArenaNet puts out the alliances and the same maps don't stay on there, the same fucking useless towers, et cetera, it's gonna bring some hype and it's gonna be like, I can play my friends now. What's next? It's gonna be like that. Like if they want to like I tell my father, you want to grow the business, you gotta spend money. You want to grow this game, you gotta spend money. You know, the more money put into it, the more money you get out. There's no competition out there. World of Warcraft isn't that much competition. Every other game MMO is fucking dead. So you have the market. You have the market of great combat. You have the community behind you. Everybody's waiting for you to do something. You put money into this game, it's going to pay out. If it doesn't pay out, then you may go bankrupt. You know, sorry guys.
I don't think that they need to like revamp. A new map sure would be awesome just to have that third variety. But I don't think they need to necessarily delete the maps that exist. If you revamp alliances and bring back tournaments, seasonal tournaments, like they have been talking about that, I think that draws a lot of people in.
Mm.
There needs to be a reason.
I'd love to see tournaments again.
Yeah.
In my opinion, there needs to be the problem with the original. One of the problems with the original tournaments was that it was too long. And commanders who would play like 48 hours straight, there was a lot of them, would burn the hell out super quick. So, you know, they talk about doing much
really
shorter
a fault
seasons.
Of the system, though.
No, not necessarily a fault of the system, but the seasons did go on for a very long time when they had them. Yeah. And they've already talked about doing much shorter seasons, kind of like PvP is now. So, I don't know. I think that could bring a lot of players. I think that could add a lot to the game and make some of these towers, keeps, whatever. They would be more valuable to people if they were trying to win on a weekly basis. Yes. If they cared about winning. Yeah.
So,
because right now a lot of them don't care if they win.
Right now, winning does nothing really. All it does is adjust your tier level. Like, but if it actually meant something, then yeah, of course people would go for it. I think people would, yeah. If there was actual prestige, especially long-term progressive prestige, then yeah, I think people would be really more into it. Ings is full right.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think deleting all the maps and combining them into one is a stupid thing? What makes you think it's stupid?
For the same reason that Desert Map fell short. A lot of people don't really want. Most of the World vs. World community don't really want something new. They just want Alpine, but like more flat, and that's it. I don't think
that's the worst answer I've heard in my life.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I feel like it would be wasted potential for something that players already like. If you just delete something like Alpine, like you can make literally just 3 Alpines and people would be still happy with it.
Yeah, they would be.
That's the thing.
There's a couple of people who like Desert now that it's been.
I mean, I love the variety.
Paces.
I'm a big fan of it, but
I recorded myself. A lot of
people who don't.
I recorded myself in Yak's Bend for 90 minutes. I stood there. No one walked by me and killed me. Just sit there. Just wanted to experience how long it would take to kill me. It took 93 minutes for me to die from a random Roman to come kill me. What people are you talking about? Yak's Bend, Borderlands. What people are you talking about? Like, where are these people that like these?
I'm going to answer your question, Beck. I'm going to ask you a question, right? So the whole you're on Yak's Bend, you can't find people. You're on NA and PvP, you can't find people. The solution to both of them is the same.
EU. Please don't tell me go to EU. Come on, dude. That's not a solution, bro.
EU, boys.
And alliances will fix the other solution.
Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and switch over my account to EU just so I can play the game. Come on, Binks.
The point is to play on a more populated server. As far as World vs. World goes, alliances should fix the population imbalance.
It's not about fixing Inks. It's about reviving the game for today's MMO. It's about bringing the game from 2018 to make it last to 2022, 2021. It's not about, let's get to next year and see what happens. It's about, let's reinvent this system that's already broken so we can get it to push for 10 more years.
Right,
like 5 more years, 3 more years.
With alliances.
But like Alpine and Alpine, and then the Desert Borderlands, and what we have now. I mean, I would say, yeah, the Desert Borderlands, they're not good. I don't like them. I like Alpine better. But you can't tell me that the Desert Borderlands was the best thing you possibly do. It's not. We all know it's not. If you really put your mind behind it and you combine the maps, you can make it a lot better. But because we've had poo-poo for so long, we're just expecting more poo-poo, and we don't have to have that. We can literally expect more out of this company, and get this MMO to be 3, 4, 5 years more longer than the just 3 Alpine maps and let's settle for this. It's because it's not going to be enough. People will want more eventually.
Sure, eventually. That's great. That's fine, but where do you take the resources from?
Okay, so like when
even just the server system.
So the thing is
to host 450 people, 500 people.
So the thing is, I'm a consumer, and I've said this before in the past. And when I go to and again, please don't tell me this is not a burger, because it's not a burger. I know it's not a burger. And don't tell me it's a burger. But in all actuality, when I go out there and I want a burger, I tell the people I want a burger. Shut up, my birds. I want a burger. I want mustard, not mayonnaise, mustard, lettuce, and that's it. And I buy the burger, right? So when you ask me what I want to see in World vs. World, and we're talking about it, this is what I would like to see. And where I want to see things that are other games are bringing into the reason World of Warcraft survived for so long is because they adapted and took other things from other games and made their game better and better and better so it could stay in today's MMO. And Guild Wars 2 needs to do the same thing. If Crowdfall, if that new game coming out is also going to come out, Guild Wars 2 needs to adapt and to create those big environments that they're making so they can stay in today's MMOs. And that's what they're doing. So they
I don't disagree with that. The problem with one of the problems with World vs. World Forever is there are, dozens of different voices who want different things. ArenaNet's never been good at singling out which ones to listen to, quite honestly. And it takes them. I don't think they put enough resources into some of the World vs. World changes up until perhaps more recently. It went years without any real significant updates. So they're playing catch up from 2015, maybe. Feels like.
I agree with that.
My dates and numbers might be off, but they're playing catch up from years of.
It's true. They still can, though. They certainly still can.
I didn't say they can't. I just think that it's not going to happen overnight. I think alliances is the biggest first step to that.
I don't disagree with you, Inks, but I think it's a piss poor excuse for people to say, "Well, our company's bankrupt, so we just can't accept any content, so let's just settle with 3 maps." I think what you're saying is right. Alliances is great. Alliances is something that we all clap them and like that. But I think, like we said before, we can make it better. It can be done so much better, and we can feel more rewarded as we play this game. At the end of the day, it's a game. We don't get anything out of it other than just feeling good. So how do we make our customers feel better? Well, we got to give them something to fight for, some meaningful war. And having alliances, now we can play with our friends, but we need more than that. You gotta build on that. And I understand, like I said, we're playing the catch-up game, but because we are playing the catch-up game, that means you got to put out more shit because we have been patient. We have been waiting for your game. And you know what? Again, it is a game, and it's not life and death. We can always go play something else. We choose to be here, but how many people are going to choose to be here with slow content? So that's what it comes down to. You can't always just say the game is broke. It costs money to make money.
No, nobody's. I don't think anybody here is saying it's broke. Just don't fix it. The question is, you want 3 new maps, and I don't think that's a feasible reality.
Well, the thing is that the Desert Borderland isn't really for anyone. That's the issue. It's an annoying map to play on. It's very big. It's slow. I mean, chat is saying that there are actually objectives that matter, but at the end of the day, it's not that good for fighting. It's annoying to fight. There's no good place to fight on it, really. And the main community of World vs. World wants the big epic fights. Okay, and at the end of the day, that is what the map should be designed around. Because there's use that burger analogy, man. Like, the community wants a burger. ArenaNet's giving them a salad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Amen.
It's just they need to just change it. They need to rework it to make it what the community wants. And right now, it isn't what the community wants. And that's why no one fucking plays on it. Like, no one plays Desert BL. No one does. Ah. Okay.
Pink lips. That's what. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm bringing
pink lips.
Yeah. Seriously. Need space to one push people. Exactly. You need some space to one push people, dude. There we go. Look at this. We got the bird fiesta.
I'm sorry, guys. My birds haven't seen me all day, so they're just screaming. I'm sorry about that, guys. I apologize. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and a third map would be good because obviously there are 3 maps, so it'd be kind of cool to have one of each. But whether that will happen, I don't know about that one. But yeah, it would be really hype. And yeah, they should redesign Desert. Desert should be redesigned because right now, it's just not. I don't know. It's just not. No one likes it. I'm sorry, ArenaNet.
I don't know. I don't know if it really needs a redesign necessarily. I for one embrace the diversity of it, but I acknowledge. I also acknowledge that it's not for everyone, and it's probably not in the long run. Even if a third map comes out, it's not going to be the most popular ever by any standard. So
Ozzy says to merge all the maps. They can't
still live. It's just still live.
They can't merge all the maps.
There's
a reason they're separated.
Imagine a mega map, dude. Imagine a mega map, dude.
The main reason why it's always been separated has always been the server issues.
ESO does it. ESO does it.
Yeah, but for us, we're talking about either you make a shit ton more servers and you let them fight on a bigger map with smaller groups, or you make the servers support insane numbers of players. We're talking, say you have just like the accumulative of the 3 maps combined, right? That's 450 players on each side. You think Cirques look crazy now? Imagine that.
No.
Imagine that.
It'd be so good.
It would be absolute insanity.
Guild Wars 2 wouldn't be able to handle it. That's why it doesn't exist.
The way the system works, it would break.
Yeah, it would. That's why it's separated. Yeah. You would have to do a complete overhaul on the internals, on the back end, on the server structure.
So pretty much
they just don't have the
Guild Wars 3.
Yeah, Guild
Wars 3. Let's go.
Built from the ground up.
We're ready for Guild Wars 3, man. We're ready for it.
And don't get me wrong. Mega Map. Hey, Mega Map would be awesome. Even allowing more people into the maps that they have now would be awesome. But there's a reason that the caps are in place as they are, because any more, and it's. I mean, there's times now when it's unplayable, right? When you get into a large enough fight. So
that's mostly fixed now. That's mostly fixed. Doesn't really happen anymore.
I don't know. I was in a 3-way fight for Stone Mist the other day. Unplayable.
Wait, was it lagging? You were skill lagging?
Everything, yeah. 1 frame per second, skill lag, nothing's working.
There's a huge problem with FPS and World vs. World. Like, Guild Wars 2 just runs like ass in World vs. World. It doesn't matter how good your
my point is, if you have Mega Map with even more players on it, that's just going to happen all the time, even more often.
Yeah.
So.
There are certainly some performance issues, shall we say that? There are definitely some problems with how the game runs. 60 FPS is not a phrase we use here.
Not in World vs. World.
So that is a bit of a problem, but that's not going to get fixed. Like, realistically, that isn't going to get fixed, and that is one of the reasons why we aren't going to see a giant map. It would be really cool, though. I'm just going to say it. It would be really fucking cool, but it's just not going to happen. So
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it would be complete insanity, guys. It really would be. But
most MMOs suffer from that problem anyway.
Yeah,
it's the way in which they utilize the threads on the cores, and you would need to build that from the ground up so that it utilizes more than just the main thread. It's the same reason that DX12, that I know you talked about earlier, Pick. It's the same reason that DX12 for Guild Wars 2 doesn't give it as large a bump as you think it's going to.
Look, Inks, I tell you what, man, you're very knowledgeable and very old, and it comes with both those things. But I tell you what, when it comes down to it, it's if other games are going to be adapting DirectX 12 and we're playing Guild Wars 2, we're building our computers for high-end PvP or high-end graphics, we eventually are going to request DirectX 12. So it's just going to come down to eventually we're going to want it. If not, it's going to move on to something else. So I guess said all these, like when it comes down to it, when you go to DMV and there's one line open and no one's helping you, you're going to complain. And eventually that's what comes down to MMOs. You're going to start complaining and eventually you'll find another DMV to go to. And, I know a lot of people, are doing that right now. They're playing other games. And I think that we're here talking about it because all the problems that we want to see fixed, obviously it's not going to be fixed overnight. But I think with all the issues that we've been having with War vs. World, I think it's kind of embarrassing to be on a server and call it War vs. World when it's actually plant versus plant because they're actually PvPing underneath the ground when they're fertilizing each other.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
The plants are fertilizing each other underneath the ground. Because there's no one there. There's no PvP. There's just plant versus plant. Literally.
Yeah.
It's the soy. You know what I'm saying?
So there's no
It's
people.
the soy again. Dude. It's
fertilizing each other.
Yeah.
Always comes back to the soy.
The soy is fighting.
The entire PvP scene is just a soy field.
Yeah.
What?
What the fuck?
Can I say something real quick before we?
Yeah.
I want to say that there's a lot of people that takes everything I take seriously. And guys, I try to bring fun into anything I do. Fun. If it isn't fun, especially when it comes to video games, I don't do it.
From the bird trying to French kiss him.
It's fun, and I try to bring fun into everything I do, especially in video games. If you guys take everything I take seriously, I mean, sometimes I'm being serious, but most of the time I'm being sarcastic. It's not about me running away. It's simply just trying to bring fun into a video game that has a lot of salt. This community has a lot of salt. I know the communities have salt too, but we have a really small community. We have so much salt built up that we could run. I don't know what's salty in real life, but we could probably make a salty pizza. So,
Ooh.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just trying to have fun, trying to just try to relax. Unrelease your asshole. Just relax.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Just relax. Just release. That's where the whole release came from. Just fucking release. You know what I'm saying?
Fertilization.
Release.
Dump.
Just release.
Just release.
Soy fields.
Let's all release. All of us release. Let's just all release.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know what happened this spot. It was great.
This is fucking fire, dude. But yeah, dude, I think how fucking awesome it would be if we had a performance update. Maybe that's coming. Maybe there are major engine changes coming. Who knows? But I did know. Yeah. Wow. This is some really.
I mean, there are some
stuff.
things they can do and they continue to do by moving certain aspects off the main thread, but there's also a large limitation.
Well,
right?
it's also extremely difficult to do, as I understand it. Like a dev has explained that it's not as trivial as you might think. Just put it on all the threads. No, it's a lot of the stuff is difficult to put on parallel threads, as I understand it, according to these guys. So it's tricky stuff, right?
Isn't it crazy how D and I are completely against each other's topics, but his whole room is white? Everything in his room is just boring and white, and mine is colorful and blue and vibrant.
Boring? Wow.
Yeah, like you're so like you're so. Wall. Yeah, I've got colored walls too. Wall, no, these walls are tan. I got a tight ace. Look at your shirt, dude. You're like all black and white. Dude. Like, you're so
yours is black as well.
Though.
Boring.
I've been working all day.
He does have a hat, though.
He's got a hat.
You have a hat.
Yeah.
Inks. Look, that's why I like Inks. He's
he's old.
He's old.
Whoa. Roast time now. Tea time, roast time.
Jeez.
You're so plain, dude.
Yeah.
Wow, guys.
You're so plain.
Where's all this savagery
coming from, guys? This is some.
Yeah, I feel attacked. You sending the dogs on me? What?
I guarantee if I see you in character, you're probably gonna have all celestial dyes from head to toe.
No. Admittedly, I don't really like all the way.
Oh my god, he has a Hellset TV. Did you win the tournament?
A what? A Hellset TV?
He has a Hellset TV. Did you guys see that? He's won a tournament. Oh my god. Yeah, he won a tournament.
Do you realize TVs can be bought, right?
No, you have to win a tournament.
Oh.
You have to win a tournament.
You can only get a TV if you win tournaments.
Hellset said it. I heard him say it. He says, I have a TV. I bought it with ArenaNet. Yeah, I heard it. I'm going to be like him one day. I don't have a TV right now, but when I win a tournament, I'm going to win one.
You're going to get a TV? When you win the monthly AT, you're gonna
I will get a TV.
You're gonna sell the gold, dude. You need to sell the monthly AT for $400, and then you can buy a
small TV.
Then you can buy a TV.
I can't release right now. I'll get bit. The birds will bite me if I release because I have too much energy. They'll really go after me.
They'll try and drain the energy. As you release, they'll take the energy, dude. That'd be pretty fucking spicy, boys.
Damn, Big calling out Inks, but Inks has more hair than Big.
Burnt. Oh dear.
That was a good one.
That's pretty good.
Wow. However, I think this is a good space one. I think we've covered a lot of really. The authorities are coming. I think we've got some we had some really interesting discussions today.
They're coming to shut out the fire.
But it's time. It's time to start the shill fiesta. So, my friends, let's talk about who has arrived on Tea Time. Let's go. We're doing Deroir first. Let's go. Deroir, what are you up to these days? I've seen you streaming. Expose yourself.
I stream.
What do you do these days?
You can find me on YouTube, and you can find me in the mists nowadays. Hey, I'm right there selling all you titles. But yeah, other than that, check out the stream. Check out YouTube. There's fire shit there always. I mean, even old stuff. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Good stuff.
Okay. And after another rebrand, turning into a snake. It's Biggs the Snake. What are you up to these days? What are you doing? What are you doing in Guild Wars 2 these days?
So,
like, cooking streams as well.
I've been doing some tuna open can streams, but the biggest thing I want to say is that I rebranded the channel because my name is Bick and Beluga didn't make no goddamn sense. So we got rid of Beluga and we went for Bick since Big's the snake. Every time you see me, you get scammed. The biggest thing that I want to provide to Guild Wars 2 is fun entertainment for everybody and ages over 18 and up. If you're an adult and you like me, you understand that life is fun and we can have fun together. I am a professional gamer. I am the only gamer right now of these three people that has true profession in them. I've got two mices. I've got a microphone, keyboard. Everything's professional on my screen. I got a blue wall, not a green wall. I got a blue wall. I don't have a white wall. I'm 100% professional when it comes to video gaming. When you want to watch pure content, when you want to watch releases, when you want to watch somebody that has support behind them, you watch me. You want to watch something boring? Watch Inks. Want to watch something more boring? Watch D. When you want to watch something with pink lips, watch MightyTeapot.
Oh, wow.
Pink lips.
Pink lips.
I can get behind that shit, dude. I can get behind that. That's a good show, dude. I like that. It's being linked again. Boom. Okay. And Big the Snake, boys. And the top right. Weighing in at 5,000 pounds because he's actually 50 feet tall because of all the soy. Right. He's grown another 20 feet. He's grown another 35 feet since the start of this tea time because of the massive amount of soy sauce he's been drinking in the game. MMO Inks, what are you up to? What's going on?
Twitch, Twitter, YouTube at MMO Inks. I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Devour Jerky. It's delicious. You should go get some. And Vertigear chairs and Sennheiser headset, which I don't actually have. Just ignore the headset I'm wearing. Pretend it's Mighty Teapots. And thanks to the sponsors once again. Also, Tunnel Bear. Don't forget to go to Tunnel Bear. Sign up today with Inks is Awesome. That's your code. Okay. You just unlock it. 5% off. And go ahead, Teapot. That's all I got.
Can I get some soy? Do you have a soy sponsor as well?
No, not yet. We're working on the soy sponsor.
Okay. Gotta get the soy boy shilling.
MMO Soy Boy Inks is what we're dealing with here. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this tea time. It's been one hell of a show, guys. It's been some serious fire. I don't even know what we've been talking about most of the time. It's just too much. It's too intense. So, if you've enjoyed all of that and you want to see more, guys, you know what you need to do. You need to hit that the sub button and the follow button. And follow me on Twitter. Don't follow Inks on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, guys. I got those tweets. I send out tweets like once every month at least, okay? So you've got to check that out. So follow, guys. Subscribe. Watch that content. We got the real content. We got raids. We got World vs. World. Best in the game, obviously, by far. And you want to check that stuff out? We're going to go and raid someone now. But until then, guys, thank you all for watching. Follow everyone here, guys. Bots posting links below the stream as well. You can click on loads of stuff, guys. You can click on loads of stuff. But anyway, follow, subscribe, get emotes, watch everyone, watch all the Delusion Elitists. Get that juicy content, boys. And yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit, okay?
I love you all, guys. Bye. Love you all.
Yeah, we all love you.